Welcome, everyone. Welcome Wednesday night. Hopefully Normski will be joining us. But I have the one and only... Oh, Normski's here already. Look at this. Said Normski will be joining us. And as I say that, here he is. Here he is.
All right, mate. You all right, North?
I've got the elite panel on tonight. It's, we've done this before on a Wednesday. We've done this before on a Wednesday. We are live. Yes, we are live. And I've got Northside with us. Normski, how's it going, North? All good?
All good, man. All good outside of football.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But big up, man. Love having me on. Big up Normski as well.
You say, brother, good.
Yeah, Norms, how's it going? All good?
Yeah, man, good. All good. I just finished my pod, and so I was waiting around. I was watching a little bit of the 12th Man, so I saw you.
Yeah. I've just come from there. I was on Dan's. I got down there late, and I had to bounce because obviously, didn't want to keep. So I apologise to chat. So we've got 34 in. Make sure you're smashing those likes. Make sure you're subbing. Northside LDN, Normski TV. Let's get their subs up. Let's make sure you're smashing the likes on all the channels, guys. And welcome. We're gonna talk a little. Obviously, we're gonna have to talk about Sunday. I mean, it's been talked about, but I'd like to get your views. I felt I was let down. I felt the manager let me down big time. I was upbeat, I was thinking, we're going to come away from Anfield. We're going to get at least a point, maybe nick a win. Liverpool was vulnerable. We had all the gassing up about EZE and flatlined. What we're saying, North?
This football's worse than phase one football. That's what I was thinking today. I'm like, this is worse. Phase one football, we're able to get Aubameyang into the game, which we can't do with Gyökeres. And there's just no excuses for it because we were told by the people that have supported this manager that, don't look at the football in phase one. He needs his players. And now we look at him, we're like, well, he's got his players. What's the excuse for our best player in pre-season to be coming on in the 89th minute in Diamond? What's the excuse for that? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. He's made his number 10 the captain, but then you're playing Moreno there. But this is the same nonsense that we saw last season in him playing defensive midfielders in the number 10 when Odegaard got injured last season and Ethan was on the bench. But you're doing the same thing, and now you got EZE and Ethan on the bench.
Makes it worse.
So what make that make sense? You had a number 10 last season, you didn't use him. This season, you got 2, you don't use them. I honestly, it doesn't make sense. If anything, really, you got 3 because Diamond's a 10 as well. So
that's right, yeah.
I don't really understand the logic with what he's trying to do. This whole, inverted fullback. We played inverted fullback to try and control the midfield. We wasn't doing anything. Calafiori tucks in at left back, goes into the center. You don't even have a number 10 for him to link up with. So how are we progressing the ball? So what? He's supposed to bypass the whole midfield. So he's supposed to get out the left-hand side of the defense, bypass the whole midfield, and then link up with Gyökeres. Like it doesn't. Everything looks disconnected. It looks disconnected. You're playing Madueke. The one game that he linked up with Gyökeres in pre-season, he was playing on the left. I don't know why is he not linking up with him if that was the idea. That's what they sold us. He's linking up. Madueke was the best out of a bad bunch. That doesn't mean that he's a great player. Nobody was happy with Madueke coming to the club, whether you're Arteta in or Arteta out. And that just shows like I don't understand with the continuation of doing the same mistakes. You've already done the Moreno in midfield experiment. It hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. You've put all the creativity now in Zubimendi playing in this game. The guy still needs to catch up to speed if he's even going to be good enough. We've only seen Zubimendi play one good game since he's been here, and that was against Atletico Bilbao in pre-season. We're seeing the same football from pre-season, and that's what I don't understand. That's why I asked the gal the other day. I said, "Gal, tell me one tactical change that we can take from this game or the last 3 games that we can implement in the crunch end of the Champions League or the crunch end of the season when we have to grind out results and we have to get over the line." He said maybe Arteta's learned not to play Martinelli on the left. I think he's 2 years too late. That's 2 years too late. What are we doing, bro? He's been crap for 2 years, which is why everybody wanted him gone. Why are we repeating the same old mistakes? you know, and that's not even getting onto the injuries, which I'll let you guys get onto. But like, for even Raya's getting looking like from Raya. Look at the mistake that Raya did against Tottenham in pre-season. Then we see Raya making a mistake again during the season. Do you know what I mean? Passing the ball out to players that are getting pressed. We're seeing the same mistakes. And the people that support this manager want us to change our mind. Why are we going to change our mind? Based on what? This manager is bringing on attacking players that can change the game in the 70th minute. He's treating Dowman the same way he's treated Ethan last season. 89th minute, he's bringing him on. I was complaining last season with Ethan coming on the pitch. I was complaining with Ethan coming on the pitch last season with 85 minutes gone of the game. I mean, I'm not seeing anything different, and the excuses are run dry because we've got players on the bench that can actually affect the game. So I don't know.
That's crazy. It's crazy. And do you know, getting back with the David Raya thing, that's again, it's just waiting to happen. He's giving players the ball when they don't even really want it there. Do you know what I mean? And then expecting to do madness with it. And as for the number 10s, Normski, I mean, we're going to get on to EZE in a little while, but yeah, I think he said in his press conference, Odegaard was injured. I brought Moreno in because he does a good job and everything else. Well, what was he thinking behind Moreno? Did he honestly believe that he could go and win the game with that midfield? Did he honestly believe that he was going to create something? And by bringing, do you know what I mean?
No.
What was your opinion on it?
Right. So obviously, when we saw the lineup, it wasn't a shock because we all called it. We would have liked to have seen EZE start. I mean, this guy was. Can you hear me? I think my mic just
yeah. All good, man.
He was bigging him up in the pre-match. They even asked him a question. Like with EZE now coming in the side now, does that mean, sorry if you can hear shouting in the background, it's my son playing his gaming, so apologies. Is it a case of, does he have to adapt to your style of football, or will you change to suit EZE, in terms of how he plays? And he essentially said, he just kind of sort of brushed it off by saying that EZE is a free spirit, and we're going to allow him to excel in the way he plays. You know what I mean? The problem is we didn't see that because he doesn't trust going away to the top 6 sides, even though we keep hearing this stat that we've been unbeaten against the top 6 sides. At the end of the day, being unbeaten against top 6 sides, which now the myth is gone now, doesn't bring you a trophy. Okay, so let's put that to bed. He's gone there with Moreno as a 10. It's absolutely ridiculous. Moreno is not even good as a midfielder. He's meant to be. I don't even know if he's an 8 or what. He spends most of his time on the floor. The only thing that guy does is comes in as an IT solution for when Havertz was injured, and he scores a couple of goals. So again, you're bringing in a guy that hasn't got no legs. You're bringing in 3 defensive-minded players in the midfield. That there's no creativity, so there's no outlet for Victor, and people now are turning around. I've got my mates phoning him up and saying that this guy is turned into Victor Gyökeres is turned into a pub player, a League 2 pub player. This is what people are saying. Arteta has changed this guy into a scrub at the moment because the way he's playing. Yes, he's got 2 goals, but he's had to create that goal by himself, and he gets obviously
he looks bad. He looks bad. He looks bad. He looks bad. He looks like a poor signing, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. It does look like it's not that he's not good. He's good, but in Arteta's system, and I think it's going to be the same thing for EZE because he's playing him out on the left. Everybody's saying that he's a left winger. He's not. He's a number 10, right? And then when you do bring him on, and he has his chance, you then throw him under the bus, right? You throw him under the bus, right? But yet you can turn around and say Havertz needs 50 games, right? So you can see clearly who his favourites are. You can see also the fact that he didn't want EZE. Yeah, this is a Berta signing. So we've gone to Anfield not to win the game. We've gone there so that we don't lose. He's gone there not to lose. And you're getting people saying, oh, we set up in a way that, we went there to either snatch or grab the game. One of the two, I don't know which way it is. Yeah. So in terms of our target, shots on targets, 1 shot on target for the whole of the 97 minutes that we're there. That's not good. That's not good enough. And I don't blame Schmeichel, right, by saying that he never wanted the team as much as Liverpool to win that game with the ugly brand of football that Arteta is playing with this club. And the reason why Sky Michael can say that is because he's seen how this club can play back in the day under Wenger. That's the reason why he's saying it, right? This guy is going up there. JB Carragher came out and said the same thing. Gary Neville. We're just going up. Roy Keane said it after the Man United game.
Manu Petit said it on TalkSport the other day.
Yeah, these are guys that played the game.
He's saying it's not brave enough.
But but the top fans, but DJB, the top fans are, no, they're having a go. Don't speak about Arteta like that. This guy is anti-football, full stop. He's anti-football. I said it on my channel earlier on today. That's what it is. You've literally squeezed the living daylights of it. We didn't go there. We didn't do that. We didn't attack, and we had so we had 11 shots to their 9 shots. But for one shot, Liverpool had the best chance, and it's that one moment of brilliance. And at the moment, in this system, we can't have a moment of brilliance under this manager. We can't have a moment. You've got Slobosly, who's playing at right back, he's a 10, playing at right back. What did Martinelli do? He brought Martinelli in there to be a defensive left winger, not a defensive.
I thought we were playing with 10 men, to be honest with you. I don't know what you think, North.
10 men, 9 men, whatever you want to call it. We just didn't show up. Yeah, people will say yes. We got up there to control the game. Yes, we controlled the game, and what? Liverpool made a change in the second half. Verts got into the game. Yeah, they were on the ascendancy, and then a moments of brilliance. Zubimendi, the game was too fast for him. It's too physical for him. He's the one that created the foul for the free kick, 32 yards out.
But he's world class. But he's world class, Norms. He's world class. He's better than Partey.
No, he's world class. This is what there's a lot of world class players in our thing that won nothing.
He's creative. He can see a pass. He can see a pass. This is what we're hearing from people in Zubimendi. Let's get this super chat. Big up the Suge as always. Absolute legend. Big up DJB Normside, Normski, and the chat. Hit the like, subscribe to everyone's on the channel. Mediocrity has followed Arteta from his playing days now. Yeah, facts. It does seem to be that way. It does seem to be that way. But he's under pressure. I mean, I just want to put this out to, anyone can come in, but apparently he's had this so-called meeting with the owners, and apparently now he's under pressure now to win trophies. You know, the owners have sort of said, basically, you got to deliver. How do we read into this? Do you think there's a bit of weight behind this? Do you think the Cronkies have had a meeting? Do you think now that they've kind of spent all this money, he's going to get more pressure on him? Or do you think it's a bit of a smoke screen and he's still going to be there come what may?
I think the pressure is only going to be applied if the fan base apply it. Like, you remember when we went out and spent, at the time, big money on Lacazette, and then we went and spent, I think we broke our transfer record at the time and got Aubameyang. Wenger didn't have pressure like that. The pressure only really happened to Wenger when the fans stopped going to the game. So True. If we're going on previous, it's not really about the money with this ownership that applies pressure. It's about how much do the fans buy into the manager. That's when they pull the trigger. When Unai Emery wasn't popular anymore, well, that's when they pulled the trigger. So I think until fans stop going to games and stop supporting the club financially, or the club doesn't get into Champions League this season, then they'll pull the trigger. I think other than that, they're not ruthless. They're not like Roman that will say, do you know what? Nah, I ain't liking this. Nah, you gotta go. You know what I mean? And what I liked about Roman, he wouldn't even give you a sign. You just look at you.
They wouldn't even get a cup of tea out of him, would you? It's just like, you're gone.
He's like the Italian mafia. He's like, tell Tony, put him down to the
Roman was ruthless, bro. I'll tell you, he was a proper. Do you know what? It was a good angle on that, North, what you said about the fans, because we've been hearing and we was discussing on Danny's channel that, you know, the owners now have had enough. They expect trophies. They've spent all this money. They've bought Berta in and the players that are bought in. But there's some weight behind what you've just said, because I suppose if the fans are happy, and we're getting Champions League, then the owners could think, well, everything's rosy in the garden. Do you know what I mean? So it's a tough one. What do you reckon, Norms? Do you reckon it's down to the fans, or do you think the owners would turn around and go, look, I don't really care about the fans. This guy's not delivering because I've been spending all this money.
I would hope that it's the latter, but as Northside said, the fans, there's a level of mediocrity in this fan base that it's just beyond belief. And so, when they start spouting about stats, we've beaten the top 6 side, we got the most amount of points, all of that rubbish, and that amounts to nothing. Yeah. As long as they finish in the top 4, then one says that, they're going to, the Cronkies are going to look at that and say, yeah, he's in the top 4, blah, blah, blah. The fans are still behind him. And so why do we need to let him go? Now, for me, and I think any club, look at Bayer Leverkusen. After 3 games, they saw enough. After 3 games, they saw enough of Erik ten Hag. As a matter of fact, a lot of the players were just ducking out. I ain't playing on that scrub. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a case of the fan base. There has to be a major turn. If we're seeing this kind of football, and as I say, if we end up at the top 4, don't win anything, and are really off the top from, say, Liverpool and City, you would hope that the fan base will say, right, yeah, this is turning. But I just think this fan base, this new breed of fan base, I just don't get the love best that they got for this manager. I just don't get it. It's like he can't do nothing wrong. And I've always said it. It's almost like Arsenal's history started from 2019. There's nothing before that. So, the fan base is going to lap it up. So the minority of us that are winning the standards in this club, and people are turning around and telling us that, oh no, we were too entitled and all that rubbish. We've seen what this club has been, a great club, and it's literally going in one direction. We're getting worse. We look at the football now, it's getting worse. It's worse than last season. It's getting worse. And then,
because we were told phases, weren't we? Trust the process and all this.
Trust the process and all of that.
Phase 7, and it looks worse than phase
7.
1.
It's worse. Exactly. So it's gonna take a monumental shift in people's mindset. And until they come out of the matrix, until they come out of there, then unfortunately, when you're stuck in there, you need to take the pill. To get back into reality. And a lot of them guys are still stuck there. And unfortunately, as long as these guys are lapping up Arteta, he's going to be there for the foreseeable future. But he's gonna fall on his sword. And this season, the what's the name's going to come home to roost now. You know what I mean? So chickens will come home to roost, and hopefully Berta has got somebody lined up. Because you would think so, as a sporting director, he would be looking and say, listen, there's a couple of managers there that are out of a job. As a matter of fact, I'll take Glasner now. I'll take Glasner from Crystal Palace now. This guy, if Glasner was managing this club, we'd go and beat Liverpool. I can put my hand on my heart and say we'd go and beat Liverpool, because Liverpool haven't got out second gear yet. So they were there. They were there for the taking. And Liverpool are only going to get better. They've just gone and added EZE. Look at their firepower. So
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot, DJB.
Points. They've rubbed their noses in it by signing EZE.
That's right. Exactly. It's going to take a lot, though. It's going to take a lot.
Are the players that bad at the club? I mean, I know we've all got our say on who we should have signed, who we shouldn't have signed. But taking the players as a whole now, who we've got some good players. We've got, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber. Yeah, the keeper's not bad. He makes some rash decisions with his kicking sometimes, but at the end of the day, he's not a bad keeper. Questions mark, Madueke and all that. We've got good youngsters. What I'm trying to say is the squad really that bad that the manager can't get the best out of them? Or is it now just solely down to the manager? Because I just believe it's down to the man. I believe you give this squad to, I don't know, someone like any manager, and they're going to win something, or they'll make these players play in a way that's attractive. Or is it the players? Is it us that's going mad? Help me out. I mean, I sometimes think I'm going mad here.
Nah, we've seen other managers go into teams and excel beyond what people thought the team was capable of due to the previous manager. For example, Unai Emery at Aston Villa, they were down there in relegation. All of a sudden, they're in Europe under Unai Emery. Do you know what I mean? Like, even Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea, Lampard saying that, nah, this team, they're too young, they can't win anything, go on, win Champions League. We've seen this before. Conte go to Chelsea, lose to Arsenal, change to a back three, all of a sudden they win the league within one season. Like, we've seen so many examples of like managers going into squads where you're thinking, they're not good enough, and then they still win stuff. Like, I hate to use Ten Hag because I don't rate him as a manager, but he went into Man United and he won them 2 cups in 2 years. He won trophies. Whether you like him or not, he won trophies. You know what I mean? Dilly ding, dilly dong at Leicester.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Tinker Man. One wins with Leicester.
With Leicester, I think they were down near relegation as well. I think they just survived getting relegated before.
Yeah, under the other manager, and then
Oh,
and then
man.
all of a sudden, look at what they do. So we've seen so many managers going into squads, like even Mourinho, and this is back when Man United fans didn't know how bad things were behind the scenes at Man United, and he still went and won a Europa League. And he said it was his biggest achievement because they had no direction, no proper sporting director. The club was all over the place. The player recruitment was all over the place, and he won them in Europa League. That's more than what we do when we're. That's more than what we do in Europe, even when we're at our strongest. So, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, even Ange, like, as much as he was poor in the league, he still won something in Europe. He won something. He won in Europa. Do you know what I mean? So we've seen so many examples of managers going into teams where you're thinking, this team ain't set up to win anything, or this team is, they're probably destined for relegation, and the manager gets the most out of the team. I don't think we got a bad squad. I really don't think we got a bad squad.
No.
You know, but at the same time, if you're not going to utilize the players in the right positions, then what's the point? You see it with Man United and Ruben Amorim, like, you know, playing Kobe Mainoo in the 10, you know, playing before last season, playing Rasmus, not playing Xerxes, not, you know what I mean, not getting the most out of Mbuemo, not getting the most out of a lot of players, playing the lot over Ahmad sometimes. Like, it's the manager. It's the manager. It goes down to the manager. Yeah, managers are limited in terms of the quality of the team, but sometimes you can't see the quality of the players because the system is not catered to the players at hand. And one thing I hate about modern managers is they need all their players these days, where we used to see managers come in, deal with what they've got, get the most out of those players to keep their job, and then push on. Nowadays, I can't play my brand of football until I have all my players. We're not hearing it. We're not hearing it. That's for Ruben Amorim and Arteta. And the problem is, Arteta's actually got his players. So why are we playing this brand of football when you've overhauled the whole squad? Why are we playing this? Because the whole narrative was wait till he gets his players. But it's so bad in terms of the players that he's got, that he's getting rid of Zinchenko, he's getting rid of Lokonga, Fabi Vieira, getting rid of Marquinhos, getting rid of all these players that he brought in. So it's like you've had your players plus more because you bought your players, didn't like a lot of them, sold them to then get more of your players. That now some of them you're trying to move on. Martinelli, you didn't bring Martinelli, but you bought in Trossard. Now you're trying to get rid of Trossard. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't even want to hear it anymore when it comes to excuses when it comes to this manager, because I've never seen a manager get supported to this level without winning anything. Look at Glasner. Look at what Glasner's doing at Crystal Palace. Why can he do that and we can't even win a cup? Why can Glasner win? Because they're not spending the money that we spend, and they sold Elise and they sold Eze. So how are they able to get over the line? We don't even lose our best players anymore. Wenger used to lose his best players towards the end. He was losing his best players. Nasri, Aubameyang, Adebayor, Van Persie, Haleb, Alex Song. He was losing his best player. This manager keeps his best players and can't even win us an FA Cup.
It's facts, man. It's facts, isn't it? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I'll tell you what I'm hearing a lot of as well. Oh, relax, chill. It's only 3 games. It's only 3 games. But Norms, I know it's only 3 games into the season, but this is evidence from this manager, isn't it? This is evidence the way we play and what Northside says. This is evidence on how he sets up and not getting players to play in their right positions. This ain't just about the 3 games this season. This ain't about the Man United game where we were pony. This ain't about the Liverpool game where we got it wrong. This is an accumulation of time and time and time.
6 years.
Again.
6 years.
You know what I mean? So, what, you know,
so that's what we do.
I mean,
You look back on history. That's what you do. You judge what was done in the past, and then you see, okay, because that's what you learn by your mistakes. But this manager doesn't seem to. He's so stubborn. He won't change. As Northside said about Ruben Amorim, you know, they seems to be cut from the same cloth. They're just very stubborn. I mean, Ruben came out and said that, you know, he ain't going to change the system until these guys learn it. So if he's prepared to do that and they don't learn it and they're still falling short and not winning games, then Brado, whoever's in charge, is going to have to pull the thing. And I think they will do it. But as I say, when it comes back to our club, you know, this guy's Teflon. Arteta's Teflon. You know, nothing sticks with this guy. So yeah, it's the history. You only could look back at history and see that people are saying, "Oh, you know, it's only 3 games, blah blah blah." But the problem is when you got a team like Liverpool who spent next to nothing season before, 12.5 million on Chiesa, and then they go, right, we've just won the league at a canter, 10 points. They took the foot off the gas. It could have been more. Right, and people are looking at Arsenal fans. Oh, we only lost it by 10 points. It's not because of that. It's because they took their foot off the gas. Then they go, right. They go and sit down at the ball and goes, right, we want to dominate. What do? They spend £446 million, nearly shy of £500 million, right? Because they say, right, we're going to push on and we're going to get the players in that we need to get in. And that's what they're doing. They're building. It's almost like a dynasty. So they want to rule now for the next 5 to 10 years. Right, so you look at that, and as I said, we have got good players. But unfortunately, under this manager, yeah, they don't look good. Unfortunately, and it's the system and the way he sets them out, and so he just literally ruins them. So they don't look good. Look, I mean, Martinelli. So before, you know, apart from that 22 season that he had a decent, and under Unai Emery was good, but he's pretty much fallen off a cliff, and now, you know, everybody wants him out, including the manager, but obviously there was no suitors for him. So going forward, I just don't know what we do. I don't know what we do, because unless this manager changes his ways, you know, even though it's only 3 games and people are telling you just to stop panicking. The problem is that, you know, Liverpool are only playing in second gear. They haven't even hit form yet. So you can imagine when they hit form, right? And then the pressure is on us. Because last season, if you remember at DJB, last season, right, we never ever challenged them. We never ever challenged them. People will say, "Oh, no, we didn't ever challenge them." And I think, and if we're not careful, it's going to be the same thing this season.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that though, because that is what I was hoping for. You know, when we went to Anfield on Sunday, I was hoping, obviously, for a win or a draw or a point. But I remember saying, and the chat will bear with me, I said I want a performance. I want to lay a marker down. I want to show Liverpool that if you are going to win this title, it ain't going to be easy. We're in town. We've sorted out a few players. We've also made signings. Yeah, you've had Verts and all that, but we've got our number 9. We've got EZE. We're doing madness in the window as well. Yeah, this is us now. This is what we're going to do. And if we'd have played well, and we'd have come out there and lost by a worldie, I'll hold my hands up. I'd have gone, well, okay, fair enough. Take it on the chin, go again. But the fact that we just kind of went there as if we're trying to get a point to stay in the Premier League rather than be their challengers to go and win it, we're going there as if like we're frightened to lose.
That's it.
As like someone trying to stay in the Premiership and not get relegated. We never laid a glove on them. And it's really disappointing. Really disappointing. Let's get this.
And it's that negative mentality. It's that negative mentality going there. So when you go with that negative mentality, then expect that result.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a mental thing. And sometimes you've got to get over that. And I'm not so sure we can. Big up, Nicholas Vivaris. Always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you very much for your super chat. Mikel, the only manager to play 7 defensive players and still lose. Genius. Hit the likes and sub, guys. You couldn't write it. He was, as Kenny said, there was only one man in a match Sunday, and that was Mikel Arteta.
Mikel Arteta. Yeah.
He played fantastic, didn't he? He brilliant. He was flawless, wasn't he? Absolutely flawless. Absolutely flawless. I have starred some of the comments as well. We'll get onto them as well. But no, it's on real talk. I mean, I want to get onto EZE, right? Because I'm hearing he's a left winger. I'm hearing you should play him in the 10. My opinion is, and before like everyone gets on to me, I've not said that he's not a left winger. What I've said is his best position is not left wing. He's more effective in a more central role, right? But he's not going to play him on the left. He's not going to play him in a more central role, is he? Because we're so bad on the left now, it looks like he's going to play him on the left. If he plays him at all, we don't know. But anyway, my point is he frightened to play him in a 10? Because if he scores goals, assists, then he's got a problem where to accommodate Odegaard. So, what is EZE to you, Norms? Is he a left winger? Is he a central midfielder? Because I've got something to bring up on the screen in a minute, but I just wanted to know your opinion on it. And then when North comes back, I'll let North.
For me, his best attributes of where he plays is in that central position as a 10. That's where you see him really thrive. You know, if Arteta is going to want him to go out on the left, right, he's going to want him to do what Martinelli does, run up and down. That's not his game. That's not EZE's game, to be running up and down, tracking and whatever. I was on my show, Diego Palace was in the chat, and he basically said that he's a number 10. That's his role. You know, he might have played when Elise was there. He might have played out wide, but he always was cutting in. Yeah, so he didn't hug the touch line as such. So for me, he's a 10 for me. And then you have the other angle of for me, he's better than Odegaard. Technically better than Odegaard. Now the problem is that Arteta doesn't want to drop Odegaard. And if Havertz was fit, I guarantee Havertz played over Gyökeres. I'm glad that Gyökeres is playing and trying to get the minutes under his belt and all of that, which I think is important for him, because he is carrying a bit of timber, even though he doesn't look like it, but he looks a little bit heavy and clunky, as they will say. But you know, obviously he will get there. And you know, once he gets the service and he starts scoring, then I think he will do the business. But he won't be scoring at the rate that he was scoring when he was with Sporting Lisbon. But the problem that we have is that he has his favourite players and he won't drop them. Yeah, he won't drop them. So he's gonna shoehorn EZE in that left wing side because he's not prepared to drop Odegaard. Yeah, and then as you say on Sunday, yeah, he turned around and said he had no options. What do you mean he didn't have no options? What are you talking about? No options. Right?
Exactly.
Is that Northside trying to? I think Northside trying to catch some mutants.
Yeah, I've got things flying around in here. It's the rain. It's bringing them all out. They're attacking us.
Here we go.
It's the mutants.
It's the Arteta mutants. It's the Arteta mutants. It's the Arteta mutants. But yeah.
You're manager of Arsenal Football Club, right? Where do you play EZE? Because I'm having debates. I've not said he can't play on the left, but I think he's more effective in the middle. I think he's more effective in the 10. And if you look at this graph, and I'll bring another one up, percentages of matches played in each position. 13% he played left wing, 4% he played attacking midfield left. Yeah, 8% right wing, 52% central attacking midfield, 21% central midfield. He only paid 13% on the left wing. So what I'm trying to say, that's from that one there, and I've got another one to bring up as well, which I'll bring up, right? So if you look at this one as well, because this has been driving me insane, and I'm saying that if this manager, this is my opinion only, and only my opinion, but if this manager puts this brother on the left on a permanent basis, and there's the other one, central attacking midfield, 90%. Left wing 6%. Now remember, Rigo on Dan Potts' show was showing me heat maps of EZE playing on the left, and then when I told him to bring up Odegaard's heat map on the right, it was very, very similar. And 3% as a striker. I would only imagine that's because Mateta or someone got injured and he was forced to play there. Yeah. But what's your opinion on EZE, and how do you think this manager is going to accommodate him? Because I can see him being benched quite a bit under this manager. Where do you think he should play? North.
No, I completely agree. Even before seeing this, I mean, it just backs up what we think, isn't it? That Eze playing a 10. I also don't think he's got the explosive pace. Not that he's slow, but he don't have the explosive pace to play on the wing as well. And I just feel like, I didn't want to see him on the left wing, but yeah, I agree with you. I can see him playing on the left just because when Saka's back, he's not going to really be able to justify putting Madueke into the team over Eze because we know he's going to start Odegaard. Like Odegaard's his captain, and that captain's armband just protects him. It protects him from criticism. It protects him from accountabilities, protects him from bad performances. So knowing Arteta, the way that we know Arteta, I think he will only shoehorn Eze into the team on the left wing and then put Saka on the right and then put Odegaard in the 10. And that's what I think he's going to end up doing. But I don't know. I don't really get it. But this manager's, his whole ethos has been around versatility. It's been around versatility. So that's how he's going to justify it. Versatility. He's probably going to look at Skelly and say, oh, but Skelly's doing well as a left back, even though he's a midfielder. You know, he's going to try and justify it like that. You know, he's going to say, oh, Havertz is a midfielder, but we play him as a striker. Moreno's a DM, but we play him as a striker. But all of those things, cool. But at the same time, it's not getting us over the line. That's the ultimate goal. It's not enough to get us over the line. So yeah, they can do a job in certain positions, but those jobs are not leading to trophies. So I think he's just going to continue with the same nonsense and playing players out of position. Probably the same with the defensive players that we brought in as well. Mosquera and Hincapié as well. He's probably going to play them out of positions as well. The same way he did with Ben White. I mean, the Ben White one actually made sense. Play him on the right because he's much better as a right back than he is as a centre back. So because he's, you know, there's been certain situations where it worked out for him, I think he's just going to continue. He's going to look at Skelly, he's going to look at Ben White, and he's going to look at Moreno and say, oh, well, you know, the versatility's worked out better, but ultimately it's not been enough to get us over the line. So it's not really working. Like it's doable in some games, in other games, it's not looking as great. So.
No, I mean, going into the game and Nottingham Forest now at home, must-win game now. Must-win game because, as I said, we have, you know, we didn't do the business at Anfield. He'll probably set up, won't he, with Madueke on the right, Odegaard on the 10, and then everyone's going to say it. Put Eze on the left because he's the best. He's the best of the bunch. I mean, he's better than Trossard. He's better than Martinelli. But I don't know with this guy. Norms, I can see him because of Forrest on the counter, because they're good on the counter. I can see him starting Martinelli again.
Yeah. Listen, you don't go and spend that kind of money on a talent of Eze, and then we shouldn't even be having this conversation. This is the crazy thing.
This is what I'm saying.
This conversation. You know why? You know what I mean? We've been crying out for creativity. And
is it because it's not his signing? Is it because it's not his signing? Is this
one is not his signing? One is not his signing, and then, but for me, I don't think Arteta's a good coach. Personally speaking, manager, whatever you want to call it, I just don't think he's cut out because he only knows one way of playing. Yeah, he won't change his formation, and the fact that when we played at the Emirates in the pre-season, I think it was the Emirates Cup or against Villarreal. Look how easy it was, how quick they transitioned on us. Do you know what I mean? That's Villarreal. Yeah, it's supposed to be, you know, we should be beating them. Yeah, they were running through us. So maybe he's got that fear that maybe you need to probably put in a Martinelli there. And so straight away he's kind of gone defensive again in his thinking. And so just to make sure that we don't get caught out on the transition. But we're at home, DJB. We're at home. So we should be the one that's taking the game to these. We should be imposing our style on them. Now, yeah, you can say, because the football that we play is this slow, pragmatic, controlled football, which is, you know how it goes. You know it's going to go from Raya. Ray will place it to Saliba. Saliba will then play it across to Mangalese. Mangalese will then play it back to Saliba. Saliba will then play to what's called Timber. Timber, what's his name, will drop deep. No, sorry, Zubimendi will then pick up the ball. You can see, I can see the patterns already. Thingy will drop. Odegaard will drop deep, pick up the ball. He will then turn, have a couple of twirls on the ball. Then he'll run forward.
You saying it's predictable?
Oh, you never.
You're saying it's predictable.
He'll do a couple of turns. He'll give you the impression that he's going to play a cross pass over the left hand side. He goes, "Oh no, I'll play it to Saka." Saka will then pick up the ball. Saka will then play it back to him. Then he'll give it back to Saka. Saka will then try and get past his player, gets tackled, and then we recycle and start again. Literally, that's it. Because we can't. Because by that time, guys, they're already back in their back in their positions, and so we can't break them down. Now, getting someone like an EZE who can think out the box, who can break down low blocks. That's the whole point. Why we've got a player like EZE. Everybody will shout out for this guy, but yet you won't play him. And the sad thing is, you're saying we're having this conversation, not knowing whether EZE is going to start in a home game. You know, we made the big emotional, welcome back EZE, welcome home EZE, and this man won't play him.
It's crazy,
it's ridiculous.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And we don't know. That's the problem. This manager, you just don't know, do you? I mean, I'll be honest. When Shane, bless up Shane, when he said like Marino's going to start, I even looked at him and I went, "What? He ain't going to start. He ain't bringing Marino in." And he went, "Trust me, Marino's playing." But make sure you sub to these guys. It's all pinned. Big up Marie in the chat. True, Mr. Jez. This world's getting worse. Nelson the clown. I don't know, Nelson. You need to calm down in the chat, my friend. I don't know what's been going on. Big up Binks. Ain't that sort of channel. Big up DJB, Normski, Northside, brilliant panel yet again, icy spicy. Big up, my friend. Plan on taking a nap at the next match. Arsenal pass around the ball for 90 minutes while Forrest set up a low block. That's what's going to happen. And they're going to try and hit us on the counter. Of course they are. 100%. Teams know how to play against us. It's very easy. Like Petit said, I'll pass to you, you pass to me, but get nothing. It's like Chuckle Vision to me, to you.
To me, yeah.
Facts. Facts. You know what I mean? It's craziness. Absolutely craziness. But big up Jez in the chat. Make sure you're subbing to Jez's as well. Views as well. Let's get views subs up because views has been nobbled and he needs to get make sure you sub into views because he's having to start all over again. So make sure that you sub into views as well. Or another real one. So big up to everyone. Jam Boy's in again. Jam Boy's in again. Big up Jam Boy. And make sure you sub into everyone else. Just want to talk about Martinelli because I've never seen it, and I've been watching Arsenal for years and years and years. Yeah, 50 years now, and 1974 was my first game. I've seen players lose form. I've seen players struggling, but then I've seen them sort of get their mojo back, or the manager's moved them into a different position. But what I've seen of Martinelli, North, are we making him a bit of a scapegoat now? Do you blame the player? Do you blame the manager? Or is it just a case of that everyone hyped him up and he wasn't that good anyway? I've never seen a player literally fall out of bed and smash his head open than this guy. Do you know what I mean? He's literally, I can't believe it. I mean, people said that he'd done a job defensively on Sunday. I didn't even see that. It was like playing with 10 men. What has happened to this guy? Because under Unai Emery, he was playing central, he was scoring goals, and then we see glimpses of the Martinelli when he played the last game against Southampton in the central position. What, North? I mean, have you in your lifetime supporting and watching football, have you ever seen such a deterioration of a football player than Martinelli?
Hold on a sec.
Get it. This is what I'm getting. This is what we have to put up with, chat. Right? This is what we have to put up with. You don't get this on the BBC, you know.
This one is massive, bro.
Right?
What is it? Also, what is it? What is it?
What is it? Who is it?
You got the spanking of a life.
Oh, he's taking him out. We don't condone any cruelty to animals on this channel.
No.
All right.
Oh dear.
Eagle with wings.
He's gonna come back.
Eagle with
Apologies.
You wanna know something?
Big up Hughes, man.
Do you want to know something?
Man.
Yeah, do you want to know? He's just zapped. He's just getting angry. He's just getting angry. He's all right. North, what I was saying, about Martinelli. Have you ever seen such a player drop off so badly? Is he that bad? I mean, what's happening?
Yeah, he is. Do you know what it is in football? Yeah, I just feel like some players, they get a pass due to their passport. That's what it is. If he was English, they'll just be honest about it. You know what I mean? But then again, they're like a kick and run player in England. I can't lie. But
yeah,
he's not. I never seen him as that guy. I can't lie. I'm gonna be honest. I've never gassed this player up and said, yeah, Martinelli's that guy. I've always been a bit sus about his attributes as a player. I just think just because he's a Brazilian, people are just like, Martinelli. There's an expectation around that Brazilian stuff. You know what I mean? But it's like, nah, man, he's rubbish. Like, come on, man. There's so many legends of Brazil, like Rivaldo, R9, Ronaldinho, Zico. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, this guy, like Julio Batista, like there's been so many ballers from that nation. Kaká. This guy has none of the attributes. None of the attributes. He ain't all that. And the fact that people say, oh, yeah, but he needs space in space. So basically, he's just a kick and run merchant. Like, that's all he is. You know what I mean? Just come on, man. If your best attribute is running around, he's basically the Brazilian Rashford. That's what he is. The Brazilian Rashford. I don't get the hype around it. I think he's rubbish. You know what I mean? Yeah. I do. I think certain players, because they're from certain countries and we associate ballers, like if they're French, if they're Italian, if they're Brazilian, you know what I mean? That they're a baller. It's like, nah, Martinelli's rubbish, man. He's rubbish. People even say, put him central. I'll be honest with you. Put him central. His shooting's still poor. Like, people make it seem like he's a gunman. He's not a gunman. He's never been a gunman at Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like when people say, playing through the... Yes, his attributes are more suited to being a striker, but it's not going like every 1v1, this guy's going to cook and he's going to put the ball in the back of the net. Like, his shooting is poor. Even when he cuts in and he does have opportunities where he's 1v1 with the goalkeeper, he skies it most of the time. He either skies it or hits it straight at the goalkeeper.
He don't even get his head up. I've never seen a player run with his head down so much, and that's like schoolboy stuff. When I used to play football at school, my manager used to say, "Get your head up, get your head up, get your head up." He runs with his head down. Honestly, no.
Yeah. I think what we're getting, I think what we're seeing now is the fourth division player that was bought from his domestic league. That's what we're seeing now. And as Northside said, I think, you have that name Martinelli. I think now he's known as Martin Oliver now. That's that's what I'm going to call him now. Martin Oliver.
Call him Barry Martin or something.
Barry Martin, whatever. You know what I mean? Because I'm watching it and I'm just thinking. I'm thinking, you can't play football. I'm looking at it. I think you can't. You just start. The first basic thing is, as you said, get your head up. This guy runs with his head down. Yeah. And then when he does shoot or tries to, like, if he's going to cross it, he's always hitting inside netting.
No, didn't we? When he come on the scene, surely.
You know what it is. I think it's that. You know what it is. I'll tell you what it was. I think when he came on the scene, I think you know what it is. I think what it was, right? It was that kind of story where guy rises from 4th division, young little thing, and then he makes it at Arsenal. So I think that was the hope, And we saw little glimpses under Unai Emery, when he went central scoring and that. And I think he's a kick and run guy. He needs space. So if he's going to play on the last man, but the fact is, I don't think he's going to be consistent enough to play as a striker and score those kind of level goals. Do you know what I mean? Because he either hits it straight at the keeper or skies it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So you have to be, when you only got to look at Thierry Henry. He started off as on the left, and you saw what he does coming in, and you have to have composure as well. So Martinelli, bro, he's nowhere near that. And I think at this point is, listen, we bought him for, what was it, 7 million? let me tell you this: we bought him for 7 million, and if society wants to buy for 60, snap their hands off, take it, and get the man out of the club, and let's go and buy a decent midfielder.
I think
That's
the
what
boat
needs to
sailed
happen.
on that one, though. We
'Cause
should
he's literally fallen.
Should have sold him last season.
Yeah,
We're going
he's
to
do I
end
feel
up going on a free. He's going to end up going on a free.
like, listen, he's on 180k. This is what's mad. He's on 180k and he can't play football. My son plays football, yeah, and my son could wrap him up. I went to watch my son play on Saturday morning, and he came on and he really like focused on how people playing that. And I remember when he come on, he was a sub, and he come on. And I thought, bro, my son, I was well proud of him. I said, yo, my man looks composed. He wants to play as a midfield player, but they're playing him as a central set. He's playing in the back three. But my son would have dealt with Martinelli, brother. My son said, yo,
yeah, exactly.
This guy, you know what I mean? My son would have dealt with him, man. I'm telling you.
We'll make some contacts, man. We'll get.
Yeah, man, don't worry about it. Just try and get him into the academy. He's a bit older.
There's 168 in the chat. If you all smash a like and you all sub, if you haven't subbed, make sure you sub to Northside LDN. It's pinned. Make sure you sub to Normski. Give Views a sub as well. Jez is in the chat as well. Make sure you sub to Jez. All smash your like. I need these likes up, guys, because it does help the channel. I'm only about 100 and something away from 2K, which that'd be great. And Normski's got to get up, and Northside, we've all got to get up, people. We've all got to get up. It is what it is. But no, it's facts with Martinelli. I've never seen it in a player. And it's true what North said. Perhaps he weren't that good when he burst on the scene. Perhaps because he had pace and he was quick, and the fact that he was Brazilian, we kind of thought, oh yeah, this is it. We've landed a absolute gem here. But so then, why does the manager keep playing him when he had Trossard and people like that and Eze? What does the manager see in him? This is more alarming, isn't it? What does the manager see in him?
I think it's because he could just do a defensive job. That's all it is. That's about it. He will go back and, you know what I mean, and help out defensively. But going forward, he doesn't offer nothing. He doesn't offer nothing at this moment. So for me, that's the only reason why he plays. But to be on that kind of wages and you're not effective going forward, it's just a waste of money, a waste of people's time. You know what I mean? And every time we're saying, how many times we watched him until he's so frustrating to watch, and he offers nothing on that left-hand side. And I thought, really, truly, he was going to go this summer. We've ended up hanging on to him. So I don't know how he's going to rotate it and do. So as I say,
he's had enough chances. He's had enough chances. Yeah, it's not as if the manager hasn't given him enough chances.
Yeah.
Gyökeres worries me, North. Another question. Gyökeres worries me because, listen, he played the majority of his football in Portugal, played it well, scores goals. He is a goal scorer. I wouldn't put him in the class of like your Henrys and even Haaland for me, but he was the best out there at the time, and we managed to get him. Are you fearful that he could look really, really ordinary with the tactics that we play? That he could end up looking like a season flop? Or do you think he will score goals no matter how we set up?
Nah, I think we're gonna make him look average just due to the way that we play football. And I think it's a disgrace because Spurs got Kudus, and you can see the service that he's providing for Richarlison.
Facts.
And we can't get Gyökeres cooking. It doesn't make any sense to me. You know, Ekatike at Liverpool has been there not that long, and everybody's saying, yo, Eze, go get Isak. But Ekatike has done very well. Better than what I thought he'd be doing. I didn't know much about the player, but I was like, yo, Ekatike has been cooking. Okay, he kept quiet against Arsenal. But 90% of our team was defenders. So he's gonna keep everyone quiet. We even kept Salah quiet through the way that we set up. But we see other strikers coming into the league and the way that they're getting opportunities and the way they, you know, even as bad as Man United are, you know, they're even getting Mbeumo involved in a lot of their attacks. So we're seeing other attackers go to clubs where they're there around the same period of time, and they're getting involved in play. They're getting involved in the counter attack. We just keep holding back that final pass from Gyökeres every time. I'm seeing him making the runs. That's what's frustrating me, is I'm seeing the runs. If I wasn't seeing the runs,
he's running his socks off.
But you know, with any player, you get fed up. You're like, why am I going to make the run? Because I ain't going to receive the ball. So why am I even bothering? So we're discouraging the player from doing what he naturally does. And I think for that reason, look, I know some people are talking about his weight and saying he's looking, you know, a little bit like, you know, not completely sharp. But at the same time, we're not helping the player. People say that players have got to adapt to the Premier League. Well, then help them. Half of that is getting them assimilated into the team, having a plan around how you're going to involve them in the team, how to get the best attribute. We've got this guy to be one of our best finishers and take the burden off of Saka. But Saka's not even playing anymore. So even we have more reason to involve him in our gameplay more than ever, because Saka's not on the pitch asking for the ball. He's injured. So what's the excuse to play through Gyökeres? It makes no sense. It logically makes no sense, man. I'm just
it done.
I think what we're gonna sorry, just cut you. I think what we're gonna see from Gyökeres, you know, normally Gyökeres will do this, really, you know, when he scores. But I think what you're gonna see from the new one is gonna be this. Right? You're gonna see a lot of this. You're gonna see a lot of this.
I can't do it.
There's gonna be a lot of this. There's gonna be a lot of this.
I'm over 30, 35.
There's gonna be like, hand to your knees, hand to your knees, hand to your knees. Take it back now, y'all.
Yeah, Gyökeres. We've got to find another celebration for Gyökeres, because it ain't going to be that. It's got to be something else. He's only going to score once in a lifetime. And once Havertz is fit, go on, Norms.
Yeah, and I was going to say, if it keeps playing out like this, then he's going to get frustrated with Arteta. Then you're going to see rumblings going on in the background. Literally, you're going to see rumblings going on. So yeah.
Yeah, no. Facts, man. Facts. We got Nelson and Jez in the chat having bets now. I don't know what's going on there, but it's all sorts of madness going on. But Nelson, you need to call it, man, because everyone's opinions are respected and everyone's opinions are different. And just because they don't agree with you, we're all different. This is what it's all about. As long as it's healthy debate, I haven't got any problem. I ain't got a problem with people wanting Arteta in. I ain't got a problem with whether you back the manager or not. I'm not worried. But just respect opinions and respect everyone's opinions. And that's what it's all about. If you can't do it, then see you later. But yeah, it is what it is. Slow boat to Cambodia. No, big up. No, Gyökeres worries me, man. I've seen him now. I watched him when I was at the Emirates. I sort of tuned in on Gyökeres. I wasn't really watching the ball because the ball weren't really doing much. It was just being passed sideways a lot of the time. And I was looking at Gyökeres, and he's making these runs and everything else. His first goal, he made it himself, didn't he? Really, kind of. You know, he latched onto a ball, wasn't really directed. It was sort of directed into his half, and he turned it into a goal. But no, I'm worried about him. I'm worried about him because he came to the club with all this record and scoring goals and everything else. But North, you probably know. I mean, the club he played for, like Sporting, the club he played for, they sort of geared the game around him, didn't they? The players that they had suited him. How was they doing that? Was they getting the midfield to run freely? Was they giving the midfielders freedom to roam? How was he scoring all these goals? Because I really want to know how he's going to score all these goals at Arsenal, because what I saw of him, he was getting pretty much the freedom, and he was getting midfield players playing to his strengths.
Yeah, the midfielders were playing those through balls faster, and he also had wing backs as well that were also helping him as well, creating space and also bringing him into the game as well. So he had service from the fullbacks and the midfield, and they played fast counter-attacking football. They were actually playing, they were playing the best. Sporting were playing the best brand of football in Portugal. Fast, direct, and he was at the end of most of their chances. So they played to his strengths. We don't do that. And I remember, I think it was Rance that said it, that we don't play to his strengths. I think Lee said it as well. We don't play to Gyökeres' strengths. And I get that. But that's for the manager to adjust, because the way they were playing last season didn't get over the line. So why would we not play to his strengths? When they get the manager in it. So
Just coming there quickly on Northside, because I know you got to shoot in a minute because you got your show in a minute. So just to say about him playing to Gyökeres strip, because the problem is that Arteta wants him to. Well, the way Havertz plays, he comes deep to hold up the ball. That's not Gyökeres' game. He plays on the last man, and he has creative players around him. So you've got the wing backs doing it, and you've got like the 2 number 10s, creating. So that he had a lot of creativity around him, and the ball was always played through balls to him, last man over the top. We don't do that. The only time we had one of those where he played a ball over the top was when Calafiori did it against Leeds. He played a ball over the top, he ran onto it, created for himself, and scores. So, we need Odegaard. And the thing is, when he first signed for the club and he got the letter from Odegaard to say, welcome to the club, he said, I'm looking for the assists. He made a point of assist, but we haven't seen it yet. And I don't know if it's a refusal or is the fact that Arteta is saying, you're going to do it my way. The fact is that we need to play to Gyökeres' strength. And Arteta needs to learn to adapt and change tactics, which he won't because he's stubborn.
Could be too late. North, I know you got to bounce. Massive thank you for coming on. 100%. Make sure that you go and follow Northside. North, thank you very much. I know you're going to go live, so if you want to go over to North, that's okay. Big up Northside. Thank you very much. Spitting facts as always. Make sure that you smash a like on North's and this one, and make sure you sub into all the channels. They're pinned in the comments. North, what you got coming up, bro?
Yeah, gonna go live now. Stay here. Catch my show after. You know what I'm saying? Catch my show after. And man, more content. The more the merrier. And then tomorrow 2 more shows again. And just pushing forward, man. But come on, DJB, man. Love, man.
Keep it real. Love, man. Love. Bless up as always.
Big up Normski as well, man.
Big up my friend. Big up my friend. Yeah, take it easy, North. Thank you very much, my friend. Bless him. Top man. It's an hard one, man. It is frustrating. I was frustrated with Sunday. It's a worry. Gyökeres is a worry for me. How we're going to get the best out of him. Martinelli seems to have plummeted, but he still plays him, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. And it's madness. Guys, make sure you're smashing a like. I think we've got over 100 likes on here, so make sure you're smashing a like. And big up to everyone in the chat. I'm going to ask you, Norms, while you're here, and it's the mingle. People seem to be forgetting, but we have Champions League round the corner. Athletic, I think we're away to Atletico.
I was going to say, when have they?
16th. It comes in after the Nottingham Forest game. We are then going away to Spain to play Atletico. So again, they're coming thick and fast, my friend. Thick and fast. So we've got Nottingham Forest, and then we've got Athletic Club away, and then we're at home.
And then Man City at home. So that's a game bang in the middle of two tough games.
In the middle. It's going to be tough. Athletic Club,
and I don't think Bilbao will play the way they did at the Emirates. I can guarantee you that. Listen, I know Man United went there and beat them, but the thing is, my worry is the fact that we're, picking up a lot of injuries, unnecessary injuries.
Injuries again.
And it doesn't help DJB when your top defender, twists his ankle and he turns around and says, well, okay, how do you feel? And he says, I think I'm okay. At that point, I wouldn't send him out. So you send him out to play, and he says in the 2, he likes using the word 2 actions. Yeah,
he's got to lay the authority down, and he knows. If you're the manager and a player's twisted his ankle in the warm up, but because he's got adrenaline and it's Anfield and it's a big game, of course you want to play. But if you're the manager, you turn around and go, no, you're not playing.
Exactly, you manage it properly, and that's why people are going to turn around and say that Liverpool were lucky last season, but it's the way Slot manages the injuries and manages his club. You know what I mean? So you take the likes of Salah. You know, he said, right, you ain't going to do no running back because I don't want your hamstrings going. That's why he had a top GA last season, right? So this season, and you know, the sporting director, when they went to go for Slot, he had a big thingy on Slot, and one of the things was that is the way he was able to manage injuries and manage a team so that they get the less injuries. You know what I'm trying to say? If we lose the ball, send him to our president. I know Leo, big up to Leo in the chat. Yeah, what I know
Leo had a question. I don't rate Bilbao one bit, Normski.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, I'm not saying that we're going to go there and lose, but I'm just saying is that sometimes, you know, with the injuries and that, we're going to go there. Sometimes you can be caught cold. So let's not take them for granted. That's maybe what I should have really said. Let's not take them for granted. Yeah, I don't rate them, but and that's why I said, well, if Man United could go there and beat them the way Man United, we should be able to go over there and beat them. But
the trouble is, though, Norms, the trouble is, right, this is what I've got this thing with European football, right? And what I've got about European football is that the Premiership gets put on such a pedestal. There's no other league like it in the world. But technically, it's not the best league in the world. And these Spanish clubs and Italian clubs, and when you look at these teams in Europe, technically they're techie and they're gifted and they get the ball into transition and into attack quickly. Yeah. And we've got a lot of players, no matter how good they are. That's why you got to remember there's a reason why England don't win anything. It's the reason why England national team with your Harry Kanes and all your players that you've had playing for England over the years. There's a reason why England don't win a World Cup or a Euros is because they play most of their games in England and technically they're not gifted enough or mentally enough to be able to win anything. So my point is we can't take any of these teams for granted, can we? I mean, you're going to Spain. For them getting as far in the Champions League as possible is like a moral victory, isn't it? So they're not going to be easy. Yeah. It's not going to be easy, is it, Norms? And again,
and that's the thing. And that's what you come back to, as you just rightly say. You know, I mean, you watch. I watched World Cups over the years, and sometimes you're not even. I'm not to say that I haven't heard of them, but you know, they way down in terms of their ranking. But to look at the football is very easy on the eye. You know what I'm trying to say? Whereas England is called more power and brawn and pace and power and that, you know, and that's why I suppose a lot of the players that come from abroad, especially from the Spanish leagues, not more say the German leagues, but from say the Spanish league, because the German league is similar to the way we play in the French league. Even
that's why it's going to take Zubimendi time, isn't it? Because he's used to
exactly because the pace of it.
He's not used to the pressure and all of that.
Yeah, he looked good against Bilbao because he had the time and space. Yeah, but when the players are coming at you, that you know you don't have time to think. So you know what I'm saying. So So I essentially just saying let's not take it for granted. And then as I said, you've got intermixed with that the Premier League games, Nottingham Forest at home. That's not going to be easy. Man City are going to be coming to the Emirates in between that. Obviously, they're going to have their game and stuff like that. But I go back to what I said earlier on. And for me, and let me just say this for the record. I'm not blaming injuries. I'm not blaming injuries why we're going to lose. But I'm just saying is that when you start losing key players, or Arteta refuses to play, because now we built a squad. We built a quality squad, according to Top Gooners. We built a quality squad, and you know you only have to hear the narrative when you ask, when you say to them, "Oh, well, you know, we lost all our best players when we went to Anfield." Really? So all those players on the bench, Ethan,
EZE, why have we got the best squad in the Premier League? Yet Arteta was man of the match on Sunday.
Exactly. So it doesn't make sense. It absolutely doesn't make sense. But they're going to go back and
attacks that Champions League though, because I think this team
will.
I said for the record, that this team is more built to go further in the Champions League than win the Premier League. Literally because the way we retain the ball, we keep possession of the ball. We're hard to beat. We're hard to break down, and we can hurt teams if they open themselves up. So I think. I think this team is more built for the Champions League than the Premiership. Leo, we rely on pace and power, which sometimes can overcome technical excellence, but not always.
Not always.
Yeah, facts.
Not always.
Facts. Johnny, there is no other league in the world. You know how much money the Premier League has spent in the week. Yeah, but just because you've spent money on something, does it make it the best? Do you know what I mean? I've spent loads of money on my car, but it hasn't made it the best. 3.5 billion more than those called big leagues. Listen, I'm not saying the Premier League's trash. It's more competitive, but is it technically better?
Better.
What games excite you more watching? The Spanish leagues or the Premier League? Because I looked at that dross on Sunday and I've seen some poor games last season in the Premiership. Do you know what I mean?
And basically, the dross was from listen, the dross was from both sides, yeah. You know, and I'm not saying that
Liverpool weren't brilliant Sunday. I'm not saying
they weren't brilliant. I'll say they were there for the taking. So Arteta had the opportunity to bring on EZE, bring on an Ethan Renweri, and the so-called injured Odegaard. I would have preferred Ethan Renweri to Odegaard. I'm not lying, but obviously Odegaard is the captain of that, so Ethan ain't going to come on and take his place. But having Ethan on there and EZE on there, they would have given that midfield trouble. They would have been able to feed the ball to Gyökeres, and I think they would have given them trouble. But as I say, if we're getting no service, then all day Canate, he looked like prime Maldini, as you said, right? Van Dijk had the time to run with the ball, run past plays, through balls, all that. They didn't have to worry. They didn't have to worry.
Facts. Slow boat Cambodia. Big up, my friend. How many English managers have won the Prem? Yeah, exactly. Not many. George Graham has won a championships and he's Scottish. Alex Ferguson, Scottish. Not many. Yeah.
Wow.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Big up, guys. I'm off to work. Have a good rest and stream. Yeah. Big up, Nicholas. Don't work too hard, my friend. Thank you for joining us as always. Absolute legend. Thank you very much. Top man. Good luck, my friend. Bless you. Stay safe. Yeah. Lynch, we can do damage in the Champions League for that reason. We don't get respect in Europe. Teams play us, suits us. I'm with you, Lynch, on it. I think I said this. I just think our biggest chance is the Champions League rather than the Premiership. I think we've got players that can hold on to the ball, retain the ball. It's not pretty to watch, but sometimes in the Champions League, through the stages, through the early games, it ain't got to be pretty. As long as we beat the teams at home, as long as we're our own ball. Let's just get this super chat. The Suge has come steaming in once again. Big up the Suge. Thank you very much, my friend, as always. Bless you. I've said this before, Saliba, Saka and Arteta's contract end in 2027. If things don't change, they will be looking for an out in January. Imagine them replacing Virgil van Dijk and Salah in Liverpool. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what, Suge? That could happen. I said Liverpool could come sniffing round Saka. I don't see a reason why not.
And that's the worry, DJB. That's the worry because if they're looking at this football, you can bet your bottom dollar they'll be talking to them and going like, bro, if this doesn't change, because I want to win something. And the fact is, all right, Berta might be in conversation with them and that we're hearing that it's quite close to that. But if we still haven't seen anything sorted out by Christmas and we're going into next year, 26, their contracts running in 2027.
I still think he could go to PSG or someone like that.
Exactly.
I think because I'm not being funny, but big up, Suge, magic super chat, right? If you was in their position, right, and you're a football player and you're not winning trophies and you're not the manager's been there, he's under pressure, it's all going a bit stale. As much as you love the football club and you've been there since a little boy like Saka, Hayland and everything else, you've got to start thinking of your own career, haven't you? Because when they're older, they want to tell their kids and their grandkids, look what I won. Look at these trophies. Because players play to win, don't they? They don't play just for a jolly day out. They play to win something. Did you see those Crystal Palace players when they won that FA Cup? If some of them players don't ever win another trophy, they've achieved. And
the thing is, what they can say to their kids, their grandkids, and say,
big up,
the history of this, the historical history of this is this, that we won our first trophy in Crystal Palace's history. That alone is just massive. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, when you see Saliba and you see Saka, these guys are talented players. Yeah, as they get older and that, and they see all their teammates outside. What I say, teammates from other clubs winning things, they're gonna say, "Ma, I need a bit of the cherry." You know what I mean, or a bit of the pie. You know what I mean? And the thing is, you're hearing the same voice. They want to hear a different voice now. You know what I mean? Because it's the same rhetoric from Arteta. You know what I mean? And they're looking and thinking, "No, I need something fresh." And I can guarantee you, if a new manager comes in, yeah, obviously you got the new manager bounce and all of that. But I think someone like a Glasner that seems to be quite hot on people's lips right now. He would be a great manager to come in with the resources that he's got at Crystal Palace. The fact that he's won an FA Cup and a Charity Shield, if you want to add that in there, plus he won a Europa League Cup with Frankfurt. Yeah, he's qualified. He's qualified to come in, and with the resources and the money, he's a better coach than Mikel Arteta. He's a better coach than Mikel Arteta. 100%. Yeah, but how dare you say that? Because you're hearing people say, DJB, you're hearing people say, if you probably heard it, I sent a screenshot to
Go on, Shane. Man, I am listening.
If Arteta leaves Arsenal tomorrow, the club would not necessarily fold, but it would go down the pan. If Arteta leaves, this club will go down the pan. So you're telling me there's no other manager out there that can take this club to the next level? Because Arteta really is the man before the man. Yeah, he's gone as far as he can. He's even come out that season when he didn't get us over the line, we bottled it. He came out in I think it was one of those magazines that sort of said, like, at that point he was ready to walk, because he felt that he couldn't take this club any further. But then somebody said, "Here's 15.6 million." He went, "Oh, thank you very much. Let's continue. let's continue the rubbish. Let's continue the light bulbs and the pickpockets and the we'll never walk alone anthem and all that rubbish." So for me, I'll definitely take Glasner a drop of a hat, because I feel that he could take this club further.
Oh, definitely, 100%. 100%. I believe so as well, Norms. I mean, with Glasner, look what he's done for Palace, and look what he's done. Mateta. There you go. We was talking about Gyökeres. Look what Glasner has turned Mateta into.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Look what Glasner has turned Mateta into. Are we going to get the same out of Gyökeres with this manager? I think his days are numbered. I know the fans are going to have a lot to say about it, but I think his days are numbered. Glasner would be treated like Emery. Leo, I think any manager that comes in after Unai Emery
will be treated
won't get the respect, and he certainly won't get the time this guy's got, and he certainly won't get the money. And on top of that, he's going to come into an absolute minefield. He's going to come in with contracts being run down. He's going to come in with no money being spent because it's all been spent this year. The new manager's going to come in with possibly Saliba going out the door, Saka wanting to move on, Rice's head getting turned. This is what I said. What I said this the last year. The long-term damage this manager could do is catastrophic. Personally, it could knock us back another 3 or 5 years, Norms. You know what I mean?
I know. 100%. I think, if the owners had any sense, they would pull this plug. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping that with Berta, coming in, he's seen this. He's giving him the resources. He's giving him the players that he wants now. If the stories are to be true, that Josh has spoken with him and saying, "Look, you need to start winning trophies because of the money we spent," then the pressure is truly on him. You've heard him talk in press conferences that we have to win now. So he's not talking about a journey now, or the destination and all that rubbish. He's saying we have to win now. So that's the expectations from the top mutants and gunners, saying that a major trophy is what is needed this season. If we don't win it, then for some people, we have to reassess. They can't bring themselves to saying he needs to be sacked. No.
Hurt
them. They just can't. They just can't. So yeah.
No, exactly. No, exactly, Noms. It's just we'll have to wait and see. But no, the Champions League is round the corner, guys. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's not an easy group. I don't think it's easy. People say it's an easy group. I don't think it's easy. I don't think any group's really easy in the Champions League.
It's
all right, you've got your obvious teams, haven't you? I mean, there are some teams that you should.
We have to. As you said, DJB, we have to win our home games.
You've got to win your own games. I always say you have to win your own games.
And I think 18 points would be enough to get us in that top 8 to get us automatically through to the knockout stages. So
yeah. No, we do.
I think the two games, the two tough games would be Bayern Munich and is Inter Milan in there? Inter Milan is in there, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we've got Olympiacos, we've got Sparta Prague, which is tough. We've got the carrier bags, haven't we?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So there's some tough ones, and buying at home, tough.
Yeah.
So they're all tough, my friend. They're all tough. Then there's no give me in the Champions League, but trouble is, we need the Premiership, and this is what I'm saying. His squad rotation has got to be spot on. He's got to be spot on, these squad rotations. Clement, big up, my friend. Another follower of the channel. Burton needs to have a talk with the Cronkies after the season and convince the Cronkies to sack Arteta and get a proven winner to lead the club forward. There's no reassessing for me. Arteta out. Bro, you've had enough. I know you have. And you probably backed him at the start, Clement. I did. I backed him at the start. People say to me, you got to get behind him. Well, I've just paid £1,500 for another season ticket. I'll go home games. I'll go away games. I've been following this club. I go every week. Do you know what I mean? Home. So how can I not back him? I've been backing him. My patience have just run out now. I've just had enough.
Yeah.
It's not, listen, and what I'm saying, Norms, it's nothing, it's not hatred. And I've always said he's done some good things. He's got us up there. He has finished runners up, and you've got to give him some sort of credit for that 3 seasons running. You've got to give him some credit for some of the football we was playing under him, because some of the football we was playing under him when we was that season where we was running free and Odegaard was scoring goals and Saka and all that, there was some good football, and I get that, and I give him that. But I just feel that his time's come. I just feel that this season's a bonus for him, Norms, and I don't see why I should get criticised in thinking that. I don't understand it. I don't understand.
I mean, he we've heard it. Lee said it. He cares about the club. You can see that he cares about the club. You know what I mean? But he's just got a weird. He's got a weird way of doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And getting us over the line. Do you know what I'm sort of say? He uses all these little antics and stuff like that. But I just start to think this club is just too big for him. And sorry,
go on, mate. Look at the Jam boy. He's just brought me down to earth. He's just crashed me. I feel like Martinelli falling on my arse now. Look, what are you getting in return, DJB? Shit football and no trophies, yay. That's why I can't afford to buy you a drink, Jam boy. Big up, my friend. I know, Jam boy. It's hard, man. It's tough. It's tough. But what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? I think Josh has doubts right now, like I do, and so many others that support Arteta have. And he knows objectively a man is not above a club. He's win or go this season. I really believe Josh is at that. Yeah, listen, you can't go and spend £1 billion out of your own pocket and not win anything. I don't care what you say about the Cronkies, and I've got my things about the Cronkies. There's worse owners than the Cronkies around. Worse owners than the Cronkies, trust me. There's better ones, but there's worse ones. And at the end of the day, you cannot deny that they haven't backed this manager. They've given him like a 7-year, 8-year unsackable contract and £15 million a year and over £1 billion in. So, yeah. Guys, make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure that you're subbing to me. Make sure you're subbing to Normski. Make sure you sub to Northside. Make sure you sub to Jez that was in, and make sure you sub to Shane and Views and Aaron, Rashid as well. All the real ones. Lee, obviously, our Capitano. You probably already subbed to Lee anyway. Question to DJB and Normski. Why does Egal and AFTV lot say Arteta has best 5 managers in the world, yet Odegaard, Havertz, Jesus, Martinelli are awful? I'm doing a thing tomorrow. If you join me on my channel tomorrow, I'm doing a thing about managers tomorrow. I'm bringing something up, the top 20 managers, and he ain't in the top 5, brother. He's not in the top 5. So I don't know where they're getting this information from. Like I bought up the, I just buy. See what I do? I bide my time, Norms, and then I do my research.
Yeah. I just need DJ. What is the metrics?
Like the EZE. Yeah, when Egal was showing us the heat map that he plays on the left, and then I bought up this 52%. He's only 13% on the left, and then 90%, only 6% as a left winger. But apparently he's an out-and-out left winger, Norms. You know what I mean?
But I just coming back to this, what Joseph put
on,
in there, and what you were just saying about doing like the manager thing. I like to know what AFTV and Egal are using as metrics to say that he's the top. He makes the top 5. What are the metrics of that? Because it'd be interesting. Because if you want to, what are you basing it on? And if you're basing it on trophies. If you're basing it on longevity in terms of experience and all of that, blah, blah, blah. So I'm assuming when you do your thing tomorrow, you might be using some of those metrics to say, right, Arteta's done this, he's done this, blah, 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 blah. So, and then you put him up against, if you got 20 top managers, right, and he hasn't made the top 5, but yet they're saying he's in that. And for Egal, he's a genius. Yeah, he's an absolute genius. So, let's see. But it'd be interesting to look at the metrics.
I mean, what you basing it on?
It's not going to be hard either. I tell you that now.
What are you basing it on? The quality of football.
I think I'll tell you what they're basing it on. They're basing it on hope. That's what they do. They're basing it on hope.
I agree, Norms, with you. Are we basing it on the amount of trophies the managers won? The quality of football that they play week in, week out, how they've developed players, how many different systems do they play? What are we basing it on? Because if you're basing it on trophies and how many different systems he plays and all of that, Arteta does play a few systems. He plays them wrongly, but he plays them, right? But if you're telling me trophies, well, he's nowhere near it. He's nowhere near it. Cronkies are happy either way. Top 4 and go deep in the Champions League. Don't be fallen by the social media speculation. You might have a point, my friend. You might have a point. I'm not disagreeing with you. All I'm saying is I think when they first came on board, top 4 was the priority. Getting the team back competing was probably Mikel Arteta's short-term and medium-term goal. But long-term goal now, after £1 billion, I think the Cronkies might have a different attitude. I think they might be turning around and going, listen, you've done this, you've done that. Can you do that? And if you can't, listen, no owner's going to keep throwing money at a football club and without any returns. It can't go on. It can't be doing with it. Can't be doing with it. I've starred one here. A good question here. Big up to your AFC always, my friend. I hope you're still in the building. I did star it. DJB, what defence was better? George Graham 91 season, Wenger 98 season, or this currently Arsenal defence from the last season? I'm going to go George Graham's 91 season because George Graham's 91's defence was unbelievable. Absolutely.
And he was known for that, wasn't it? Listen, Wenger. Wenger inherited. But but what I'm saying, Wenger inherited. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, he built on it, but and so you can't go wrong with that. I mean,
facts. Wenger built his defence round the just sort of George Graham defence. You know what I mean? He inherited quite a bit of it, and this season's defence, it's a good defence, but It ain't.
Listen, it's not.
No. It's not.
I know they say defense wins you leagues and that. You know what I mean? And I get all of that, but the problem is we're missing the attack. I mean, we got to complete the pack. You know what I'm trying to say? So defense might win you leagues. You need to score the goals to do it.
Alan Smith won Golden Boots. We had Alan Smith winning Golden Boots under George Graham.
Exactly, but the thing is, a lot of people.
Best manager
I was talking to my mate, and he was sort of saying, "Oh yeah, I see what you mean, now, Norman, about Arteta. He's very negative, isn't he? He's a little bit like George Graham." And I said, "No, don't talk to him in the same. Don't put him in the same breath, mate." And when I said to him, "Listen, this guy has won medals. He's done doubles. He's gone to Anfield, yeah, against all odds in 1989." He went, "Oh yeah." Because like he was just remembering 1-0 to the Arsenal, blah blah blah. Yeah, they would have caught
one game away from being invincible.
Right.
We was one game away from being invincible under George Graham. Yeah, this brother rocks up again. 1994 Cup Winners' Cup. Cup Winners' Cup against one of the best teams in Europe.
Yeah. Palmer.
Plays Nigel Winterburn as a holding midfield player. On Thomas Brogan and marks him out the game. I mean, come on, man. What we saying there? George Graham, I mean, come on.
Yeah. No, you can't.
I mean, do you think Rice is better than a 6 and an 8? Listen, for me, as long as Rice is in midfield, I don't care where he plays.
Yeah, you know what? You know the thing about Rice?
Rice is that sort of player that when he's not playing, you miss him.
Yeah.
That sort of player.
He's your all firing, all guns, whatever. Yeah. So you come on, and I think, but you kind of sort of see it because, especially like with Zubimendi now, he's having to help him as well. Do you know what I mean? Because one of the things is that Zubimendi coming into this league, it's a lot faster and whatever, and sometimes you have to help him out. But Rice is everywhere, and that's why sometimes you see him coming up blowing hard. You know what I mean? And that's why you've got to be careful with him. And I was saying that if you're gonna like play that system, because he's playing as that left 8, right? But he's covering everywhere. He's coming back in defence. Sometimes you've seen him in central defence, or he's up with, next to Zubimendi and that. But yeah, I mean, for me, you're right, DJB. Just being on the pitch, yeah. If he was on the pitch, you'll miss him. But if I had to say, well, I'd love to see him is in that 6. He's brilliant. Intercepting balls and stuff like that.
I like seeing him in 6. But the problem is, the problem is, he's never had anyone really in midfield on a permanent. He's never really been able to build up a rapport with anyone, has he? He had that one season with Partey, but then Partey kept going right back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, I wasn't a big Granit Xhaka fan, right? He had one season, Granit Xhaka. But when we was linked with Declan Rice and we brought Declan Rice to the football club, I wanted that brother to stay. I wanted Xhaka to stay because I thought you would see even a brilliant Declan Rice alongside a Granit Xhaka. And I wanted Xhaka and Rice to be that midfield. Do you know what I mean? I think you'd have seen a better Declan Rice with Granit Xhaka. Yeah?
Yeah. Look what he's doing for Sunderland.
But then we sold Granit Xhaka. And I think Rice came to the club thinking, I'm gonna be alongside Granit Xhaka here. This is gonna be like the midfield, because they're very kind of, do you know what I mean? They're very similar. They wear their art on their sleeve. They want the ball, they get stuck in, they are always offering the ball. And I thought that would have been a good partnership, but we sold Granit Xhaka, which I could understand at the time, but then I couldn't, because Partey was injury prone, wasn't he? Partey was in and out the team, injured all the time. El Neni, we gave El Neni an extended contract, but didn't really play him. We brought Jorginho in, who weren't really good enough. I was surprised we let Granit Xhaka go. And listen, I weren't Granit Xhaka's biggest fan, but at the time I was thinking to myself, I'd like to see Granit Xhaka there for one more season. Now we've got Rice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
definitely.
But now
he's doing well for Sunderland right now, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's doing brilliant for Sunderland. Yeah. They love him up there. And good luck to him. Man. Good luck to him.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Any Arsenal player that leaves the club, I want to see do well. Like Martinelli. I think it's a shame. I think he's being used as a bit of a scapegoat, personally. And if he did move, I hope the manager gets hold of him and does what Moyes has done with Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
because Jack Grealish had fallen out of bed. Jack Grealish was like, Man City, oh yeah, get rid of him. He's stinking the place out. But me, I see Jack Grealish as a very technically gifted player.
Yeah, and all he's done, and as I said, all he's done
and
because
he's
he
gone
went
to
for Aston
Everton.
Villa. Yeah.
And he's gone to Everton, and he's
balling out.
absolutely balling. He's got his mojo back. He's got a spring in his step. He's taking on players. He's assists.
You think he would have been good for us, DJ? You think he would have been good for us?
I said it. When I started my channel. One of the first features I'd done, if you look back, was Jack Grealish, and I would have taken a punt on him. Trouble is,
I know what you're going to
Jack
say.
Grealish, it's true what Kenny Ken said. It would be very similar, wouldn't it, to Pep and Arteta?
Yeah, yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Yeah,
it'd be very
and that's
similar.
The problem, and that's the
whereas
problem.
he's gone to Everton, the expectations are lower. Moyes' problem. Have you noticed that Moyes has sort of built a team around Grealish? He's sort of made Grealish his main man.
I wonder if he's got their top assists at the moment.
And all the strikers, Normski, all the strikers, right, Norms? If you look the way Everton play now, all the strikers are like feeding off him.
Yeah,
it's brilliant to watch Everton at the moment. It don't even look like a David Moyes team. Don't even look like.
That's what I'm trying to say because you know David Moyes to be more pragmatic. In terms of his. Hold on, let's put that there.
Don't even look like a David Moyes team. I've got a little bit of a soft spot for Everton. Because of the people. I mean, the Evertonians. I've been to Goodison Park a few times, and
do you know what? This is crazy. All right, without looking, you haven't looked, have you? You'd be surprised.
No, I haven't looked. Go on, Norms. Go on.
Hold on a minute. Wow. So,
let me just get this super chat. Hang on. Big up, Shifty, my friend 03. Thank you very much. Keep the good work up, guys. Yeah, we try, man. We try. We do try. It is hard. So all we got to do is make sure that you sub and smash the likes when you see these sort of channels going live. Normski is mine, Shane's and all that. Just give it support, and we'll just keep it going, guys. We'll just keep it going. What you got, Norms?
Well, hold on a minute. I just lost it. Hold on. Right, let's just make sure I'm looking at the right one. I think it is Jack Grealish, you know. I think it's Jack Grealish with 4.
Johnny, you should have been there against Barcelona, mate. I can't even talk about it. I've never been so gutted in all my life watching a football match. I can't even talk about it now. I was in bits when I came out of that stadium. I was absolutely for days. To be honest,
it looks like
playing well.
It looks like Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish.
Go on, mate.
I think Jack Grealish is on 4.
4 assists.
Yeah,
I know.
And then
we won't even talk about the fantasy league, guys. If you're not on my fantasy league, I'm on my fantasy league. Jamboy's flying, Lynch is flying. I'm absolutely having a bit of a nightmare. Although I got 60 odd points the weekend, I'm coming up.
Yeah, Jack Grealish on 4
in most teams.
Calafiori on 2.
Calafiori on 2 assists.
Yeah, Somerville on 2. Kudus on 2.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this right. Yeah. So because every time I keep So he's doing well, especially at the new stadium as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
100%. 100%. No, I mean, listen, he's balling. He gets rid of players who stand up to him. That's why Xhaka went. Yeah, probably. And isn't it funny that when the players leave Arsenal, they better themselves. They go and win trophies.
Yeah.
They go and ball out. They leave Arsenal and go and ball out.
It's just a shame, though, right? Though it's a bit.
Yeah, good on Moyes, Lynch, 100%.
Right, because Max Darnham's got 1. I don't see no Odegaard. See no Odegaard. What's going on?
No.
I don't see no Odegaard.
No, Odegaard's not had any assists. Yeah, but he's injured, Norms. It's his injury. He's not been the same player. Again,
crazy.
Isn't that bad a player? Or is it the manager just not? Go and try something different with him. If you set Odegaard down, right? If I was the manager, I'd sit Odegaard down and go, look, you've been spinning around, Kylie Minogue setting, you know, in the 10. I'm going to move you out of the 10. I'll tell you what I'm going to give you, Martin. I'm going to give you a free role in midfield. I want you to get on the ball. I want you to switch left to right, play just behind the front two, play just behind Victor. Yeah. Pop on over on the left, pop over on the right. Just get away from your marker. Make things happen. Go and enjoy yourself. Have the freedom. Go and enjoy yourself. Don't worry about defensive duties because we've got plenty. We've got a good defense. We've got solid.
That's the thing, D. That's the thing, DJB.
Yeah.
When you're working off a foundation of a solid defense, that should allow your attacking players to do what they need to do.
Exactly.
We're saying that because remember back in the day. What was to say? Back in the day, DJB, we was always worried about our defense because we was more attacking. We would outscore everybody, right? But what used to happen is we used to go gun-ho, get caught in a break, and then whatever. But now we've got a solid defense. That's a platform, to build on, so your creative players can go and do what you do. Because especially when you talk about systems, playing a double pivot, depending on where and when you need to play it, playing a Declan Rice and a Zubimendi. Yeah, so you play your 4-2-3-1. Yeah. Right? And you put all your creative players up there. And then sometimes if you're chasing a game and you've got more creative players to bring on, you maybe drop 3 in the back, you go to a back 3-5-2. Bring Havertz in there. Back, go for it. But he doesn't think like that. It's just always 4-3-3. 4-3-3.
This is what I'm saying. But if you've got Zubimendi and Declan Rice and all these holding midfield players that retain the ball or supposed to, and you've got a good defence, and Odegaard's like a little bit off form, you'd go to him. Go and enjoy yourself. Have the freedom.
What he's doing, what he's doing though, is coming and joining. He's coming in.
Here's what I'm going to do, Martin. I'm going to play EZE. I'm going to play Eberici in the 10, and you have the freedom. You have the freedom of the midfield. Just go and make things happen. Because can you imagine the opposition coach? They're going to go, right, let's mark Odegaard. Let's lock down Saka. Let's force Martinelli out left because he ain't doing nothing. Suddenly you're rocking up and you've got Odegaard buzzing around the midfield. He's over on the left. He's over on the right. He's dropping deep. As a manager, you're thinking, fuck, I can't pick him up. The centre-half's going in at half-time going, I can't pick him up. He's everywhere. I don't know where he is. And I've got EZE bombing on.
DJB, that's what he was doing.
That's what Odegaard doing madness.
Yeah, but that's what he was doing in the 22-23 season, arriving late. Like Ramsdale, when he used to arrive late in the box and whatever, shooting. And that's the criticism of him now. The last two seasons, so to say, he's not shooting when he's meant to shoot. And I don't know if it's because the system is so robotic that he's now, and that's it. So he just won't shoot.
Players are getting stale. Players talk.
Yeah.
They're not silly. They're on mobiles. They can talk. They'll go away with their international duty this week, playing all them stupid, pointless games, right? And they'll be sitting there and they'll be talking. They'll be going, yeah, well, the manager wants me to play like this. Declan Rice will go into England. And they'll all be taking the pee out of him from kickoff. Why did you boot the ball straight out of play, Deckers? We see you smashing the ball out of play. What, you think you're a rugby player now? Yeah, all right, lads. Well, it's the boss, isn't it? He told me what to do.
The boss, he told me to do it.
Don't get on my case. Don't get on my case, boys. Weren't me.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? They all talk. Yeah. They're not stupid.
Crazy.
I just don't get it. I just don't get why this manager, when you've got flared players like that, why can't you just... I'm not saying Odegaard's a world beater, but you have to look at the bigger picture. How do you get the best? I mean, I've played football and I've gone off for form. And my manager's brought me in and said, look, I'm going to move you out of there. I'm going to put you in midfield. Really? Yeah, I want you to go in midfield. Do what you do, but do it in midfield. Norms, I went from down there up there, honestly. Just by doing that one switch. You just get your mojo back, don't you? It's
Yeah,
like in work.
yeah.
It's like if you've got a job, right, and you're doing the same thing every day, then all of a sudden your boss or your manager brings you in and he goes, do you know what? I'm going to pull you off of that. I want you to do that. Suddenly you go, oh, that's all right. And then the next day you don't mind getting up of the morning. It's just, but that comes down to man management norms.
Yeah, 100%.
It's all about 100%. Man management, and this Arteta hasn't got it. He hasn't got
definitely
it.
Definitely not.
Odegaard equals 148 minutes, 0 assists,
0 goals. Yeah,
again, smashing it, Suge, with the facts there. Look at that. There you go, Suge. Yeah. I know, but who do you blame? If you're a manager and you're seeing those stats, Suge, right? Norms, chat. If you're a manager and you're seeing those sort of stats, you'd sit him down and you'd think, right, he ain't that bad a player. I don't make him captain of Arsenal Football Club, one of the biggest clubs in world football, if I think he's that bad a player. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move him out of that 10. I'm going to give him a free roll, let him enjoy himself, and then see the difference. Then if he's still coming back with them stats, then you go, right, he's out of form. Captaincy away from him. Mr. Berta, can we sell our captain, please? Do you know what I mean?
The crazy thing, though, D, is that even though he plays as a 10, he doesn't actually play central. And as you rightly said, when you got told a girl to get the heat map up for him, where was he? All on the right-hand side. You know what I mean? So he's more of a right-sided 10 or 8, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but
he comes deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I always believe that midfield players like that, if you're a number 10, if you look at Bergkamp, you could have him playing anywhere, mate. If you're a number 10 and you've got half a brain, you can drift over to the left, you can drift over to the right, you can play central. Do you know what I mean? You're not talking about an actual rigid defensive midfield player and you're asking them to play in the 10. But with a number 10, I always believe that a number 10 has got that capabilities to do that. I mean, look at Merson. Jesus, man. Trying to mark him was like trying to mark him was like trying to get a pint off a jam boy, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? Trying to get a pint out of jam boy in the chat, trying to mark Paul Merson. It was impossible. Because he scared DJB, as my favourite Arsenal fan, Jess, she knows Arsenal, says he must take the shackles off from these players, even if he's scared of what happened 3 years ago because we got a defence now. He ain't going to do it.
We just spoke about it.
He's set in his ways. Johnny, it's fans like you that have kept him in the job for all these years, mate. Don't start moaning now. It's fans like you, Johnny, that's kept him there. They all the people that go in the press conference, they listen to fans like that.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Iceman is king. Oh, yeah, spot on, DJB. Let him breathe, remove the captaincy. Yeah, exactly. I think the captaincy ruined him. I didn't think he wanted it, to be honest. All this nonsense about the players voted for him. I don't think he ever wanted the captaincy. Some players don't.
Yeah. I think Declan would thrive. He would thrive, mate. He would thrive.
He would, Norms, wouldn't he? Look what he done at West Ham. He single-handedly kept them up, really, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know? 10 means magic man. Yeah, Merce was magic. Yeah, no, Norms, it's frustrating, mate, but the roller coaster goes on. I know it's only 3 games in and we're forever hopeful, but there's too many little bits of evidence.
Yeah, we've seen too many. Yeah, we've seen too many things that are still in the game or was crept back in, or it's never ever eradicated. So you're looking back at last season, and as I said, give us some hope, man. Give us some hope. The thing is, Hope FC. The thing is that now that he's got the players, and we've brought in Gyökeres as that number 9, so we improved there, and the EZE thing, because we talked about EZE, but Then there was that thing of we weren't going to get him because of the Ethan Managerial deal, so we won't get him. Then all of a sudden, bang, we get EZE over the line. So I'm looking at that and thinking, okay, now we're getting somebody that can break down low blocks. We've got Gyökeres, we've got our number 9, but we're still seeing the same thing. And so after that season, you're saying, right, guys, you didn't buy well in that summer, didn't do anything in that January window. We've now bought a precedented summer window with 8 players coming in, spent nearly £300 million, right? I want to see something happen now, but we ain't seen anything. And that's why we're talking like this. And that's why people, well, what are you moaning about? It's only 3 games in, because we're looking at history and it's repeating itself.
Exactly. Nah, spot on, Norm's absolute facts, my friend. Gents, it's now been 257 games since the FA Cup win.
My God.
Even Lynch has fallen off of his chair. Look, wow, 257 games. Even Lynch, even the Iceman Lynch can't get his head around that. Look, he's distraught, mate. You've just ruined Lynch's evening. Honestly, eh?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Let me put it best. If we didn't attack Liverpool at Anfield 89, doesn't happen. That's simple. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. 100%. 100%. Listen, if it's only 3 games in, why don't you just go for it? Why don't you just go for it? If you lose, you can still recover.
Exactly. But what it shows us is the intent. The intent. That's what it shows us. So we can say,
it's
at least
laying
we
the
know.
Marker down, isn't it, Norms?
Exactly. Yeah.
Let me
But
just
we didn't lay no marker down. If people really think, sorry, I'm going to read that. Yeah.
No.
If
I'm just checking, Norms, that
just
I've had
making
them all.
sure. Yeah.
No, I'll be honest with you, Norm.
Yeah.
That was my outlook when I saw the Liverpool play against Bournemouth, when I saw them against Newcastle. I'm thinking, just go there, play with a bit of freedom, play with a spring in your step, go and really take the game to them, batter them, go and batter them. If we don't get anything, fair enough. At least it then gives you that kind of. Do you know what we'd have been talking about now? Norms, I know we lost. However, I was impressed with EZE. I was impressed with Gyökeres. I like the way we got the ball into the box. I like the way we attacked. We'd be talking about things that we've done positively. Yeah,
exactly. And going away to Liverpool and doing that, that's why you look at Bournemouth and you think, well, they've gone there, clawed 2 goals back, but they took the game to them. Semenyo getting those 2 goals, running through them. Right, so I'm thinking, okay, so you look at that and you say to yourself, well, if they're playing like this, right, and we're not quite at it, or we're not at that levels, can you imagine when we start to peak and do what we need to do, especially playing at home and playing like that, we will smash teams. But even the teams that are coming to the Emirates last season, look at the draws we're getting. DJB, 14 draws, 21 points dropped, 21 points dropped from winning positions. It's not good enough. Not for a club of Arsenal stature. It's not good enough, mate.
So this is what I like about the chat, right? Jam Boy's coming. I said like marking Paul Merson would be like getting a pint out of Jam Boy. Look what he's come in and done. Look, bless up, Jam Boy. Have a pint, DJB. Now stuff. Jam Boy's moss. Suji's Aaron.
Yeah. Suji's is Aaron and Shane's nemesis.
Jam Boy's mine, man. Jam Boy's my nemesis, right? Love him to bits, man, but he's my nemesis.
Big up Jam Boy. Big up Jam Boy.
Big up. He's been with me since the start. Him and Lynch. It's been and most of the chat has big up. Make sure you're subbing to Normski. We've got to get Normski. Normski, what are your subs at the moment, my friend?
I'm on 825. It sort of fluctuates in between. I know. Listen, I need
825. Come on, guys, go and all sub to Normski TV.
Yeah.
Go and all.
Come on, man. Get me to that. Get me to 1K before.
Go and sub to this absolute gent of Streamland. There is no better gentleman than on Streamworld than this guy here. Yeah, just go and slap a sub on his channel, guys. After you sub to me, go and sub to him.
You want to know something?
Yeah. Do you want to know something? Jam Boy, big up, my friend. I'll tell you what. Thank you very much. $4.99 for a pint. You've seen how much they are where I live.
Oh boy.
Oh dear, I have to fight through the West Ham fans to get up at the bar. They was on a high round, honestly, mate. They've been banging. They've been
to
good luck to
do
them
that
as well.
against
Well,
Nottingham Forest, mate.
Thing, right, Norms? There's a thing, right? Potter absolutely was on the ropes, wasn't he?
Yeah,
absolutely on the ropes, right? He goes and buys that player Fernandes, doesn't he? Did you see him play in honestly?
I didn't see him play, but I did hear. I think it was you, DJB.
Right.
I think you made a
They
point of
brought
it.
that Fernandes in midfield, West Ham, and this guy, I don't know what Potter told him to do, but this guy was just, he transformed him.
Yeah,
honestly, and he teamed up with Paquetá. Yeah, he teamed up with him, making some nice moves. Him and Paquetá was just like bouncing off of one another. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, can you get that same sort of chemistry out of Eze and Odegaard?
Oh my God!
If Potter can
and the thing
do
is,
it, why can't this guy do it?
That exactly, DJB. But I looked at that game. I was thinking the next few games for West Ham is going to be peak for Potter. Absolutely peak for him, right? As he said, I'm squinting that DJB.
Yeah.
But the thing is, but what you just said, for him to go and do that at Nottingham Forest, because I thought they did and stood no chance. I mean, the way they got done by Sunderland, the way what's the name took them apart, not Tottenham, Chelsea took them apart at their ground. I thought they stood no chance. But look what's happened. They've clicked, it's worked, it's a go out, do your thing. And that's a totally different West Ham.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, good luck to them. I mean, I thought.
Thanks, Lynch. Big up to you, Lynch, and big up to somebody else. Who was subscribed to me? I did see someone. I saw someone subscribe to me. I have to go back and say big up to you. Dale Summers, big up. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, no, absolute legends.
Lynch, thank you.
Absolute legends. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So it can be done. It can be done. But what did I say about Bowen, man? What did I say about Bowen? What did I been banging on about Bowen? Yeah. He was one signing I really wanted at this football club. I think he's I think he's brilliant. Did you see that goal he would have scored if Wassett hadn't taken it off his feet? that goal he scored, it was just instinct, wasn't it? The guy, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy.
DJ, just talking about that, about instinct. At the moment, because of the system that we're currently playing under, the Arteta system, I don't get that. You just rightly said the instinct of just naturally scoring. It's almost like it's very, to get that goal. It's very workmanlike. It's like it's not off the cuff. It's not off the cuff,
is it?
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is down to the fact that a lot of our goals, I'm not saying the majority of them, but last season or season before, set piece FC. Because that's what we play for. So that's why I don't, when you want to really see someone just, like the chances sometimes I see Odegaard have when he's in the box and I'm thinking, take a shot. Saka will come up with those moments. Saka will come up with those moments.
Yeah.
Saka will come up with those moments.
But it's all about what I want to see, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And I think if Gyökeres can get the supply and the service, you will see him score some goals. And we'll be not seeing this. We'll be seeing, because I know you won't do it. We'll be seeing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But don't worry. I'll tell you when you do it. DJB, I'll tell you when you do it. Yeah. When we lift the Champions League.
It might get to about there when we win. If we win the Champions League and he smashes one in, I might get to about there. But I'm not doing it in front of Kenny Ken, mate. He'll hang me up. Me and Kenny Ken will fall out.
Would Kenny Ken, say we did, just say, and Kenny Ken, if you ever watch this match,
he goes mad when we win.
Bro, if we won the Champions League and we won the Premier League double, Kenny Ken will, let's put that back in, hold on. Kenny Ken would be, yo,
Yeah.
have some of this.
He'd buy a t-shirt. Kenny Ken. He's a legend.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, right? It's really funny outside the Emirates when we win there because like we're all buzzing around, and then I'll go and do Dan's post match, and then everything else. Like we're all buzzing around and blah 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 blah. And then you meet up with everyone, and when we beat Leeds 5-0, everyone's like buzzing, and we're all in a good mood. And straight away, you know, I'm a bit of a realist, and I'm a bit like keep the feet on the ground, you know,
bring it down,
taking it all, chilling out, just kind of like, well, okay, we've won 5-0, but we're going to Anfield next week. You know what this manager's going to do? He's going to probably do some sort of madness, and they're going to be, no, I think we've got a chance of winning Liverpool and all of that. And then a week later, it's like, bang. You just think, you bastard. Do you know what I mean? It's like 1 step forward, 5 steps back.
Backwards, yeah.
Winning the Champions League, greatest feeling ever. Dan, I wouldn't know, my friend, but big up to you, Dan, 1983. I'm sure it is the best feeling in the world.
Oh, man.
I'm sure it's the best feeling in the world. Hey, Dan, here's a question to you, right? Liverpool winning the Champions League or England winning the World Cup? There you go. What would you rather see, chat, right? England win the World Cup, obviously if you're English, or Arsenal win the Champions League? Normski, it's over to you. What a question. What a question.
I'm not going to lie, I'm club before country, you know. I'm club before country. But then it does have its benefits if you do win the World Cup because you get a day off.
Jesus, man.
But bro, what would you do? What would you have? Champions League or World Cup? Come on, think about it. Think about 2006. Come on, DJB, think about that.
Do you know what?
Or you go back to 1966.
Do you know what? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna suffocate myself here. I've got to go England winning the World Cup.
Oy.
And I'll tell you why, Norms, right? I'll tell you why. Because, you know, something only comes round once in a while in your lifetime.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah? I hear that. Yep.
Right? I was born in the 60s, chat, all right? And I never saw England win the World Cup because they won it in 66.
I was born a year after.
Right? I've seen Arsenal win trophies. All right, it's not the Champions League, but I've seen Arsenal win trophies. And the World Cup only comes round once every 4 years. So you don't get that many opportunities in your lifetime to see your country lift the World Cup, right? I might not ever... And the same goes for the chat.
Yeah.
My kids are in their 30s now, Norms, and they've never seen it. They've seen Arsenal win trophies, but they've never seen England win a trophy. So on that basis... Before I leave this earth, I would like to think that England win a major trophy. That's the only reason.
Do you think they do it under? Do you think they do it under the current manager?
No. They're not winning it. They're not winning it. But that's the only reason, because you might not ever see it in your lifetime. Can you imagine?
No, I hear that. Yeah, no.
Can you imagine? You're on your last knock-ins and you go, Granddad, Did England ever win the World Cup when you was alive? No, they didn't. They never won the World Cup. Did Arsenal win anything? Yeah, I see Arsenal win FA Cups and league titles and all that. But you've never seen England win anything. No, I've never seen England win anything. And the thing is, when your country wins something, Norms, because I've always said it on this channel, we're all football fans. Don't matter what team you support. We're all football fans. We're all united by the same thing, aren't we? That's following a football team. So when England play, when they win that World Cup, all the football fans, no matter who you support, come together.
That's right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I know I'm a bit sentimental, but that's the only.
No, it's quite funny because obviously when your clubs are playing, then everybody sticks to their own and whatever, and it's all that You gets me, whatever. But I just said, DJB, I want my £5 back.
Come on, man. Come on, guys. I've given a good explanation there, and it unites everyone, doesn't it? It unites all football. It unites the whole football family. If England won the World Cup, and also I've seen Arsenal win trophies. I'd like to think before we leave this country, you see England win the World Cup, or any national team you support. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Can you imagine what it must have been like in France and Argentina and Germany
Brazil,
and all of that?
Brazil.
Well, look what Euro 96, look what Euro 96 brought to the nation.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we went on to have won that?
Yeah.
Do you know? So, but having said that, I would like Arsenal to win the Champions League. That's the one I want. I want the Champions League more than anything.
Big ears, man. Big ears, man. Oh, jeez.
Being West Brom, I've got more chance of winning the World Cup in the next 10 years than seeing my West Brom win Champions League. Oh, Dale Summers, man. Listen, boing, boing, bangy. I like the baggies. I tell you, I remember the West Brom days of Cyril Regis, Laurie Cunningham. All these like first.
What were they known as? What they known as the 3 degrees? Was it the 3 degrees?
3 degrees, wasn't it? First black players. I'm telling you now, they were something hot. Was it Laurie Cunningham? Cyril Regis was unplayable. He was unplayable, man. He was unbelievable player, and the stick they used to get back then. Being
it was interesting. I mean, even like John Barnes. I remember he used to have old bananas thrown at him. He went. I think it was like when he used to go back to the. Yeah, I saw the documentary on that, and he used to when he went back to the players' lounge, and they're looking at him like, "So what are you doing in here?" It's funny. He goes to score goals for them, and then what are you doing in there? You know what I mean? I've just scored a goal for you. It's like, it's
exactly.
It's not. It hasn't been eradicated. I mean, but it's not. I think back then it was so blatant, but it kind of pushed them on anyway to prove a point. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because my brother-in-law played semi-pro, and he used to go all over the country. I mean, he's going to be 70 this year, and he was sort of telling me his stories and stuff like that.
Oh, it was evil, man. It was horrible. I lived back in the 70s and the 80s and all that. I mean, black players then. I mean, listen, I know there's still an element of it around nowadays, but that's nothing compared to what they used to have to put up with back then.
Back then.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing compared to what they had to put up with back then. But West Brom, they were a top side.
Yeah, I love watching them.
An attractive team to watch as well. Talking of West Brom, they are on my on the Retro Show on Tuesday. West Brom, Dale Summers, one of the football teams that we're going to be looking at the retro kits. We're going to be looking at the West Brom kits of years ago. Yeah, so if you don't know, all on the playlist, guys. So check out the Retro Show. It's a nice release from all of this Arsenal madness. It's just a nice little release from everything that's going on.
It's stress-free, people. It's stress-free.
It is stress-free, and you buy yourself a nice kit. I think Jamboy's got about 6 on the top now. Seriously, he's addicted to it. Old Jamboy, he loves it.
I was asking Shane about it. I need to start looking at it.
There we go. Dan 1983, my childhood hero, got some racist shit, John Barnes. Yeah, he did, man. He did. He did. I mean, John Barnes as a player for me, I get it. But for me, I think he was slightly overrated. And I know that's going to cause rumpus. But he was slightly overrated as a player. And that's because he didn't really do it for England consistently enough for me.
Yeah,
he lived off of that one goal where he scored against Brazil. But that's brilliant club player, brilliant for Liverpool. But why didn't he slap it out in that 89?
Who cares?
I know it. I'm glad he didn't. That's why I love him. That's why I love Johnny Barnes, really. All he had to do was smash it Rose Head and win.
What was his song? Should we do his song? DJB, should we do his rap song?
You can do it. Yeah, I know. He sung that well, actually. Big up, Johnny.
Yes, he did.
Man.
He did. Big up, Johnny boy.
Yeah, big up, Johnny boy. Absolute legend. Yeah, there's been some brilliant players over the years, haven't there? Glenn Huddle was one of my favourites.
Yeah, listen, my brother-in-law loved him. He's a top.
I love Glenn Huddle, man.
He did things like, you're like, bro, with the ball, you're thinking, wow. That's why he fell in love with Tottenham, because of Glenn Huddle.
Look at this. Yeah, look at this. Cyril had a bullet sent to him, and I will catch it. I will watch.
Wow.
I had signed shirt from 2001. This little signed by all the team. Oh man, brilliant! Yeah, watch it on Tuesday, Dale Summers. We're doing West Brom retro kits. We're doing West Brom. There's quite a few on there. Yeah, 70 now. Arsenal's plus Holland. Yeah, Holland had. Oh mate, Holland had some team, didn't they? Jeez.
Yeah.
Are you watching? Yeah, I'll be watching the FIFA. Of course I will. 100%. 100%. Talking about 1982, that 1982 Brazilian team. So, was that Socrates, wasn't it? Adair. Yeah.
Yeah. He sees it old afro.
What a team that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, great.
Glenn Huddle was a proper baller. He was brilliant. Van
Basten.
Well, Ruud Gullit don't even put Bergkamp into his best 11. He don't even get Bergkamp in his best 11.
Wow.
Everyone says Van Basten.
Yeah.
Van Basten was some player.
Xavi or Iniesta? There's a question there. Xavi, the one just below here.
Xavi.
Which one? Yeah.
I'll go with Xavi. But again, it's everyone's preferable treatment in it. But I would go with Xavi.
But just the way they two played together.
Yeah, Jam Boy. Chris Waddle was a good player. Chris Waddle was underrated.
Waddle.
He was underrated, Chrissy Waddle, definitely. What's Johnny D saying? I do not even dare to dream we win the Champions League. It's instant Arteta statue. No, it ain't. Not before George Graham.
Can you imagine?
A year ago, when he came in, what no other manager of Arsenal won in century. Do you know what? If he wins the Champions League, I suppose you've got to give him some sort of respect. Of course you have, 100%, but not a statue, man. Not a statue. Can you imagine Arteta's statue holding Win the Dog?
I'll tell you this now, right?
DJB, a statue of Win the Dog and Arteta.
Yeah, I guarantee you that, right? And the top gooners will petition for that. They'll petition for that hard.
Iniesta, Jamboy's going Iniesta. I love Iniesta. Yeah, he's a good player. Xavi controls the midfield better. Tel Santana, manager for the Brazil 80. Yeah. That was some team, wasn't it? That Brazilian team of 82 guys. It really was. Really was. Guys, make sure that you've smashed a like. Make sure that you've subbed if you haven't subbed. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Everyone's welcome. Make sure you go and sub to Normski. We're going to wrap it up there, guys, because it's now midnight. And we've been on
midnight at the Oasis.
Yeah, midnight at the Oasis. It's been the mingle. We've all had a little mingle again. We got big up to Northside that came on as well. And big up to everyone in the chat. It's been an absolute pleasure again, my friends. And make sure you go and show Northside some love after this if you want to carry on through the night. Northside is, I think he's still live. Is he still live, Norms?
I think he is, because I was meant to be on his show as well. Because he sent me.
Oh, sorry, man.
No, that's cool, because I said to him, "I'm doing your show, bro. Listen, your show. You told me to come on the show." So he had sent the link. He had sent the link earlier on in the day. But
do they know that you do the mingle on a Wednesday now?
Yeah. I told him I'm on. He said fair play. You know,
Northside is live, guys. Make sure you go over to Northside. Go over to Northside and just put the Huddle raid. Show him some love because he's a top man. Get over to Northside. Can you redirect to Northside, DJB? Let's have a little look. Let's see if I can do this. Bear with. I should be able to.
Yeah, you should be able, but if not, just everybody just go and click on him and just say DJB Mingle Raid.
Yeah, DJB Mingle Raid. Yeah. Go over to Northside. go DJB mingle raid. Let's have a little go here. You can. Right, it should. Yeah, right. I think I've done it. Excellent show, brothers. Thank you very much, guys. I think I've done it, but if I haven't, go over to Northside and say DJB mingle raid, and yeah, show him some love. Thank you, everyone in the chat. 100%. Thank you very much. I will be back tomorrow. Ken's on tomorrow with Aaron. We're doing Thursday 5:30 tomorrow. I think Jez will be on with us as well. I'm going to send Jez the link, and Lee may be coming on with us as well. We're going to have a little look at the managers, and yeah, we'll be talking more. Big up to all. Lynch, yeah. If you've subbed to Normski, thank you very much. Normski's become my right-hand man, and with most of them. So yeah, all good, man. All good. Make sure you stay safe. Look after yourselves. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, the roller coaster of Arsenal will continue. We'll got the Champions League now kicking off soon, so that'll be good.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
It's all good fun.
I think I'll probably will be doing some watch-alongs for that.
Big up, my friend.
Somebody.
Yeah, Normski, before we go, what you got coming up?
Yeah, so tomorrow on the Bruised Banana show. So that's kicking off at, I think, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I will be on that tomorrow. And then we're right back round to Monday, the OGs.
OGs on Monday,
it's non-stop. Yeah, so it's non-stop, mate. You know what I mean? But we're here for the community, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course we are. We're here for the community. Exactly. It's all free. It's all free. Doesn't cost nothing.
All free, mate.
Yeah, big up, Jam Boy. Big up, everyone. So yeah, make sure you go over to Northside. Make sure that you go over to North. If I've not raided properly, I do apologise. But you know how to do it anyway. Just go and join North, and when you go into North, in the comments, just put mingle raid, Arsenal Huddle mingle raid. Big up, my friends. Respect to every single one of you. Stay safe. We be the mingle. We've been talking football. We've been talking Arsenal, and we'll talk some more later. Take care. All the best.